Round Rock Express Baseball starts right now. Right now. Round Rock Express Baseball, brought to you by Dell, by Dodge, bigger in Texas, better in a Dodge. Grab life by the horns, Dodge. By Dr. Pepper, by Farmers Insurance, by Budweiser, by Whataburger, just like you like it, by Home Depot, and by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Round Rock Express. And now let's go to the ballpark for the voice of the Round Rock Express, Mike Capps.
Last night, after jumping out to an early 5-1 lead, the Round Rock Express were able to hold off an offensive charge from the Colorado Springs Sky Sox and split the series with a 7-6 win. Good evening from the beautiful Dell Diamond. Mike Capps and Bill Mercer alongside. Brandon Duckworth struck out 9 batters, including the first 4 he faced in the game. 8 up 6 innings, giving up 5 runs, 4 of those earned for his 6th win this season. Alex Eckelman, Carlos Rivera, Todd Self, and Barry Wesson all had multiple hit nights, leading the E-Train offensive charge. Todd Self came away with a 3 RBI night, his first in better than 2 months. And Wesson bombed his 5th homer of the season, while the other outfielder, Luke Scott, made a spectacular catch on the left field wall, saving a run from scoring in the 7th. Will Cunnane, who has been an outstanding replacement for former Round Rock closer Mike Burns, who is pitching so very well for the Houston Astros, notched his 2nd save in as many nights and now has 6 on the season. Cunnane doing an outstanding job in the bullpen, along with Scott Strickland, who pitched a scoreless 8th inning, aiding the Express and keeping the ball game in check. But now it is the Salt Lake Stingers, a AAA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Lots of familiar faces, Bill, in this lineup. When we look at the Stingers, we're looking at Alberto Callaspo, young infielder we saw last year at Arkansas, along with Nick Gorno. Luke Allen, the former San Antonio Missions third baseman, now the DH. Jeff Mathis, the catcher in Arkansas last year. Brian Gordon, we've seen, of course, is the son of Express employee Wendy Gordon. Brian Speck was in Arkansas last year. Casey Smith in Arkansas. All in all, a very familiar ball club.
And it's nice to see those guys have moved up. They're doing well with Salt Lake in first place in the Pacific North Division. So they're rolling along pretty well and batting as a group quite well at 284 for a team. They're number 5. They've got a lot of good hitting, and their pitching isn't that bad. It's ranks 12th. But they've been playing pretty solid baseball, except defensively. And they have committed a lot of errors. They had
29 over the last 13 games.
They had 7 in one game on July 25th, which is a club record. So, and when you look at Round Rock, like you mentioned those 2 defensive plays last night, that's just indicative of the kind of play that they can do and do consistently.
Well, this is an interesting Salt Lake ball club. You talk about the way they've hit the baseball. They're hitting .356 over their last 5 ball games, .323 over the last 10. They're 6-4 in their last 10 as a pitching staff. But this is a baseball team that will come back on you and come back with a vengeance, as the Albuquerque Isotopes just learned. Albuquerque had a sizable lead into the late innings and ended up losing last night's ball game to the Stingers. So this is a team that may just sort of coast along until the middle to late innings, and then they have the ability, the offensive firepower, to bury you.
Evidently they do, and they have the most wins in the league at 61. There's another that has 60 and 159, but right now they're the kingpin, and they've got a 3-game winning streak going right now. This should be a very tough series.
It should indeed. It'll be Roberto Ravon, the long, lean right-hander for the Round Rock Express, 4-1 with a 2.4 ERA. And for the Stingers, the AAA baptismal for the 24-year-old right-hander Chris Hunter, the native of Orem, Utah, which is out near Salt Lake, 6-7 in A-ball with a sky-high 4.86 ERA. This right-hander gets to make his AAA debut tonight against the Round Rock Express, and you can only imagine what's going through his mind right now as he gets ready for his first Pacific Coast League start after a 6-7 record in the A-ball ranks. So it promises to be a very interesting baseball game nonetheless.
And Hunter has not won since July 13th. So he's got some trying to pick up some things here. Interesting, he is came up from Rancho Cucamonga. It's a little bit of a move up, but at least he is in the area now where he can get some big-time pitching.
Well, he's going to have to use some big-time pitching tonight. Round Rock, of course, with the In the 4-hole, Mike Coolbaugh, 23 homers, 84 RBIs, the league's leader in RBIs, third in home runs, and Todd Self with base hits in 8 of his last 9, including a 3-for-4, 3 RBI night last night. So it promises to be an outstanding baseball game here in the first game of this 4-game series against the Salt Lake Stingers. We get the festivities started, as we do every evening, with the SBC Yellow Pages Jackie Moore Show. We're back to talk to the skipper after a 2-minute timeout from the Dell Diamond on the Express Radio Network.
Everything in the Lone Star State is big. Now your Texas State Farm agents are offering Texas-sized auto insurance discounts up to 40%. Visit one of the 1,400 State Farm agents in Texas and let one of them tell you about auto insurance discounts. See a Good Neighbor State Farm agent today to see how switching to State Farm for Texas-sized auto insurance discounts up to 40% can lead to Texas-sized discounts for you.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is.
Discounts only apply to certain coverages.
Convenience to the Dell Diamond? It's the Hilton Garden Inn in Round Rock. Spacious guest rooms and free high-speed internet, mini fridges and microwaves. It's the Hilton Garden Inn in Round Rock. Outdoor heated pool, whirlpool and fitness center. Hilton Garden Inn in Round Rock. Meeting space, breakfast at the Great American Grill Cafe, and Hilton honors points for airline and hotel rewards. The Hilton Garden Inn in Round Rock. Stay at the best. Hilton Garden Inn Round Rock. For reservations, call 512-341-8200.
Let the Howard Eye Center put you on the fast track to clear vision. With advanced technology for custom treatment, the Howard Eye Center can correct near, far, and everything in between. We have personalized payment options, including 12-month no-interest financing. Fed up with glasses and contacts? Have a life-enhancing procedure. Have clear, natural vision without the hassles of glasses and contacts. Call the Howard Eye Center, 444-0701, or visit us on the web at howardtoneye.com.
Howard Eye Center. Experience you can clearly see.
Once there was a book that told everyone where to find everything. The SBC Yellow Pages. Everyone but one sports fan who used a different book.
Yeah, all books are the same. Hi.
Real sports fans know that with more ads and up-to-date listings, no other book is more complete than the SBC Yellow Pages, life's most used book. And visit us online at smartpages.com.
Welcome back to the Dell Diamond of the SBC Yellow Pages Jackie Moore Show. SBC Yellow Pages, Austin's most used directory. Jackie, I guess casual baseball fans must have gotten a kick out of that ball game last night. Knockdown, drag out from start to finish. Duckworth comes out of the gate, strikes out the first 4, gets himself into trouble, in and out of trouble. Offensive supported him in a wonderful, wonderful way. It always seems to on Bud Light Fireworks Fridays for some reason. But boy, what a baseball game to escape with, huh?
Well, first of all, I'm sure our fans did enjoy Friday night fireworks and the nice crowd, but let me tell you something. The manager was in the dugout over here biting his nails because we just couldn't put them away. You know, we had a 4-run inning and scored a couple other runs, had them down 6-2, and they just wouldn't go away. We score, they score, and just went through that for about 4 or 5 innings. First thing you know, you look up, we have a 7-6 lead with 2 innings to play, and thank goodness Strickland comes in the 8th inning, shuts them down, and Canane closes it out for us. But it was an exciting ball game. Great that we won the game, but it was not an easy task for us.
Well, and when a guy, and for fans to understand this, when a guy like Duckworth can hang in there for 6 innings when he doesn't have his best stuff, it's pretty good because it really does save your bullpen back, doesn't it? It
certainly does. And, of course, last night he pitched very well at times. Seemed like he'd get the first hitter out and then get in trouble and give up a run, and this continued for 3 or 4 innings. But here again, he gave us some important innings and got the ball up in too many situations there. And they're a good hitting ball club. You can't take anything away from them. They put the ball in play, got a little pop, and got excellent speed on the bases. So we had our work cut out for us, and of course losing the first 2 games, came back, won the last 2 to split the series, and that was a huge win for us.
Well, it really was, and when we talk about things that happened in the game last night, Self drove in 3 for the first time in a while, and isn't it interesting how these young hitters start to come into a zone where nobody can get them out?
True, and of course that seems to have been our history, all year long. That we have different guys step up at the right time, and of course last night was Todd Self's turn, and not that he's just last night. He's been hot here recently, and but that's what makes a club. That's what makes you successful. That you can't depend on one or two guys to get the job done. And of course, we have to also mention that a couple of big defensive plays made last night. Luke Scott diving for the ball, he barely missed, and then wasn't an inning later that he jumped up, saved the home run, which was was the game the way it turned out. And of course, the last inning, ground ball that Carlos Rivera made at first base to keep a runner on in top of the ninth inning were huge plays, and of course puts you in a position to win.
Jackie Moore, the Round Rock skipper on the SBC Yellow Pages Jackie Moore Show. One final question, and it has to do with this Salt Lake Ball Club. This is the team that we'll only see for 4 games, but it is an organization that we're very familiar with. A lot of these kids came through Arkansas and played on ball clubs that gave us fits at the AA level.
Certainly true. And, of course, David Matringa, that we know well here, one of the favorites, that I'm not sure if David's on the DL or how his health is, because first time that we played him. And Ryan Gordon, that we're all familiar with, that played at El Paso and played very well against us. And so he's a good ball player. And I know there's, a lot of familiar faces to be here, and I know they have a good ball club. All you have to do is look at the record that they bring here, and they have probably the best winning percentage in the league. So here again, we leave one club that's playing hot, and here comes another one.
He's the skipper, Jackie Moore, on the SBC Yellow Pages Jackie Moore Show. SBC Yellow Pages, Austin's most used directory. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, back with the Clubhouse Show on the Express Radio Network.
Chewy's world-famous Tex-Mex restaurant, located at I-35 and exit 254 in Round Rock, proudly supports the Round Rock Express.
Visit us before or after the game for big-as-your-face burritos, tasty margaritas, and your chance to be Chewy's broadcaster for a night. Each month during the season, Chewy's will draw 2 lucky winners to call an inning with Mike Capps, the voice of the Round Rock Express.
Winners will also receive dinner for 4 at Chewy's and 4 box seats to the game. Register at Chewy's today, I-35 and exit 254 in Round Rock.
$49 down will get you into any Kia on the lot at Dennis Eakin Kia. Call today at 888-600-KIAs for the $49 down payment. Get Kia's acclaimed 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and 5-year roadside assistance program. $49 down on any Kia at Dennis Eakin Kia. Call 888-600-KIAs now.
Dennis Eakin Auto Plus.
Magnum Trailers has been around for a long time. You could say they're in it for the long haul, and Magnum knows a thing or two about hauling. Magnum carries brand names like CNC Aluminum Horse, Big Tex, Toy Box, and of course Wells Cargo. Standard floor plans are available, or let them custom build to suit your specific needs. They also have accessories for cars, trucks, motorcycles, and livestock, and GE financing on the spot while you wait. Visit Magnum Custom Trailers in Austin, Georgetown, or San Antonio, or you can call 800-6-MAGNUM. That's 800-6-MAGNUM. Magnum still has the best trailer at the best price. Magnum Custom Trailers.
Laser hair removal is for men. The clientele at Sona, Austin's largest laser hair removal, 50-50 men and women. Surprised? Think about it, guys. Do you want hair flowing out of the top of your swim trunks? What about those patches on your back? Lovely. The professionals at Sona want to help. Right now, ESPN listeners can get 30% off any treatment package or free financing. Call Sona, America's most trusted hair removal center. Get a pen and write this down. 343-2200. 343-2200. Let Sona make it smooth sailing, guys. 343-2200.
Welcome back to the Dell Diamond, the Express Clubhouse Show. Our guest is left fielder Luke Scott, and let's talk defense first. What a catch late in the ball game, leaping up. That's a home run if you don't pull it back, because the way it looked like on the we saw the replay twice, and you had your glove up over the yellow line. I think it's a home run.
Yeah. If not, it hits the top of the ball, either bounces over for a home run or it comes back in for a double. 1 run may score, but you got it's probably a tie game, and then the go-ahead run on second base. So it was a pretty big play.
Talk a little bit about when you're approaching a ball like that. Are you just pretty much on autopilot physically?
Yeah, I just see the ball and I just try and go get it. At the same time, you got to be wary of the fence. I've had a few run-ins with the fence, and they haven't been too fun. But if you can, if the ball's high enough, maybe you can try and time it, and brace yourself for the wall. But like last night, I had a little time and a long ways to run, so I could get a good beat on it.
Luke Scott's our guest on the Express Clubhouse Show. You had such a tremendous road trip. and came back and had 3 hits in this last series. Talk a little bit about approaches at home as opposed to the road. Do you sometimes get the feeling that you can be a little bit more free swinging on the road, or does your approach change here at the Dell Diamond?
No. I just try and go out there and hit the ball hard somewhere. On the road, I was just locked in zone, and the last couple nights I really haven't been locked in. I haven't been trusting my hands, and I've had the same pitches to hit as I did on the road. I've just been missing them, and it's just that's the game. It's frustrating and at times, but you just got to keep going and keep working.
Well, I appreciate the time as always, and we're still talking about that catch up there, both with Jackie and up in the booth. So just a great job. Really enjoyed watching that.
Thank you.
Luke Scott, Round Rock left fielder, our guest on the Express Clubhouse Show. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We're back with the Astros Diary on the Express Radio Network.
Imagine being a child again and having your dreams come true. Your child's dreams can come true when you build a Rainbow Play System for your youngsters. Each Rainbow Play System unit offers a unique and challenging play experience for kids. And rest assured, Rainbow places a child's safety first. Check out our Rainbow Play System set up at the Dell Diamond. Come by our 2 Austin area locations or check us out on the web at rainbowplay.com. Or why not give us a call, 1-800-RAINBOW. Let the adventure begin with Rainbow Play Systems.
When the game's on the line and the home crowd's getting restless, there's only one thing you want to see at the plate. Carl Buddig thin sliced meats with 9 great flavors like honey ham, oven roasted turkey, and corned beef. Buddig has the variety to handle anything your team throws at it. Convenience like that is always a game winner. And you know you can count on Buddig to deliver plenty of power in the taste department. So pencil Carl Buddig into your lineup for a home run every time.
Make Yellow Cab your designated driver. Call Yellow Cab at 452-9999 or order a taxi on the web at yellowcabaustin.com. A night out is more fun when you ride with Yellow Cab. Take the hassle out of going out. Ride with Yellow Cab. 452-9999 or see Yellow Cab on the web at yellowcabaustin.com.
1530 and 1260 ESPN Radio presents Rules to be a P1 listener. Rule number 1, you must listen to 1530 and 1260 ESPN more than any other station. Rule number 2, you must listen to 1530 and 1260 ESPN at least 5 hours per day. Rule number 3, if you like listening to 1530 ESPN Radio online at ESPNAustin.com, you're a P1. P1. 1530 and 1260 ESPN.
Welcome back to the Dell Diamond. Mike Camps and Bill Mercer alongside. It's time for the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center's Astro Diary. Donate your used items, fans, and make a positive difference in people's lives. Salvation Army, as we all know, a wonderful organization, will pick up your items free of charge if you'll simply call the following number, 512-416-0607. And don't forget, please shop that Salvation Army Family Store. It's located on South Congress in Austin. Help win the battle over addiction and hopelessness. 2 of the top left-handers in the last decade are squaring off right now as we speak down at Minute Maid Park. We're talking about Andy Pettit and Tom Glavine. 0-0 ball game in the third. Pettit 3 shutout innings. He's 6-2 opening play tonight with a 3.71 ERA in 14 lifetime starts against the Mets. Faced them once this season. Gave up 2 runs in 6 innings of a 6-3 win for the Astros June the 9th. Glavine, on the other hand, has not fared quite as well this season. 7-8 with an ERA right at 4.7. He has had a personal 3-game winning streak snapped Monday at Colorado, yielding 5 runs in 6 innings of a 5-3 loss, and we'll keep you posted on that. Still no score into the third inning down in Houston, and the Astros now have won 6 in a row and have the best home record in the National League. They are tough at Minute Maid.
They're running wild, and I think of the song. They should use that in their program during the game. They have been going like crazy, and they're the talk of baseball right now.
Well, they really are. If you heard Tim Kirkjian on ESPN just before we came on the air, he's had to backpedal. He had written the Astros off sometime in May, said they couldn't come back, said they wouldn't be a factor. and now he's had to get on his little bicycle and pedal backward on that statement. Sometimes the things that you say can come back to haunt you, and that certainly did for Mr. Kirk Genhe, but he doesn't know this Astros organization the way we do. That's your Astros Diary, brought to you by the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center, and don't forget to go by the Salvation Army Family Store. It's located on South Congress in Austin, and please shop there and help win the battle over addiction and hopelessness. A 2-minute timeout away from the Pacific Coast League today, the lineup cards, and we'll wrap up the pregame show from the Dell Diamond on the Express Radio Network.
North Carolina Furniture Direct has marked down all odds and ends, one-of-a-kinds, discontinued, and overstocks for a huge warehouse blowout.
Come get dining chairs, starting at just $29.
Shop now for lamps and pictures from $49.
During NCFD's huge warehouse blowout, end tables start at an amazing $99.
Dining tables in many different styles now start at only $99.
Even upholstered office chairs start at an unbelievable $99.
Shop the NCFD warehouse blowout for recliners, now starting at just $298.
Sofas in many styles and colors start now at $498.
With supple leather sofas now starting at only $898.
And remember, with NCFD Express Delivery,
when you buy it today,
you get it today.
Plus, buy now and make no payments.
And pay no interest for 12 full months with your good credit.
Shop now and save on all odds and ends, one-of-a-kinds, discontinued, and overstocks during the huge warehouse blowout.
Going on this weekend at North Carolina Furniture Direct.
Just take I-35 to San Marcos.
Exit 202.
Shop early to beat the crowds.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life like the time I threw a potluck party for the big football game. Immediately, everyone dives into Bob's famous chili. Basically, everyone looks for the Coke. I look for Dave. He was in charge of bringing Coke. No, Dave. People are turning purple. And then I hear salvation. Poor Dave gets mauled. People return to their natural color. Veggie subs are the new food of choice. As for Dave, next time, he's in charge of napkins.
Remember to stock up on lots of Coca-Cola and C2 for the big game, because one person's mild is another's super spicy.
1530 ESPN Radio and Nelson Auto Group want to send you on a guy's flight out trip for two, including hotel and airfare provided by Round Rock Travel, and 2 tickets to the Brickyard 400 at the world-famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Sunday, August 7th. Register now through August 2nd at Nelson Auto Group on 183 just before Duval. Plus, listen for details and your shot at registering on air. The winner will be announced August 2nd during the live Big Show broadcast on 1530 ESPN Radio at Nelson Auto Group. No purchase necessary. Join 1530 and 1260 this fall before, during, and after the UT football games for Longhorn Launch at Schultz's Beer Garden. Exclusively on 1530 KZNX Fremore Austin and 1260 KWNX Taylor Austin. ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Dell Diamond in the Pacific Coast League today, brought to you by Rhinos and Shots Sports Bar and Grill. It's at exit 254 off I-35 in Round Rock. Live music Fridays and Saturdays, free pool on Sundays at Rhinos and Shots Sports Bar and Grill in Round Rock. Tonight's opponent, well, the Round Rock Express, the Pacific Northern Division's league's leaders, Salt Lake Stingers, lead the league with 61 wins. They've won 3 in a row. Tacoma follows 2 games back. Portland 10 games off the pace. And the Sky Sox losing 2 straight to Round Rock now at 49 and 57, 12 games off the pace. In the American Southern Division, Albuquerque now has lost 3 straight. Round Rock has won 2. This is going to be nip and tuck this all last month, this whole final month of the season coming up. Albuquerque 58 and 49, 3 games ahead of Round Rock at 55 and 52. Oklahoma has fallen 6 back at 52 and 55, and the Zephyrs 10.5 games off the pace. The New Orleans Ball Club at 46 and 58. That's the Pacific Coast League today, brought to you by Rhinos and Jocks Sports Bar and Grill, exit 254 off of I-35 in Round Rock. Lineup cards and every night courtesy of the Austin American Statesman. Whether the Express are at home at the Dell Diamond or away, you're there with the Statesman. Game number 108 this 2005 season. Dino Abel has his Salt Lake Stingers lineup card at home plate. It looks like this. Leading it off in center field, Chris Prieto. Batting second, the second baseman, Alberto Callaspo. Hitting third in right field, Nick Gourneau. Designated hitter, Luke Allen, bats cleanup. Hitting fifth, the catcher, Jeff Mathis. Round Rock native, Brian Gordon, bats sixth, plays left field. Hitting seventh at shortstop, Brian Specht. Third baseman, Adam Pavkovich. Pavkovich will bat eighth and play third base, and Casey Smith plays first base. He'll bat ninth, and on the mound, Chris Hunter, the 24-year-old, just up from Class A ball, was 6-7 at Rancho Cucamonga with a 4.86 ERA. So for the Stingers, it's Prieto, Callaspo, and Gourneau. Allen, Mathis, and Gordon. Specht, Pavkovich, and Smith. Jackie Moore's E-Train lineup card right now, brought to the plate by Harry Spillman and Bill Hazzard.
Leading off and playing shortstop, Alex Eckelman. Batting second, the second baseman, Brooks Conrad. Batting third, the left fielder, Luke Scott. Batting fourth, Mike Coolbaugh, the third baseman. Batting fifth, Carlos Rivera, DHing tonight. Batting in the number 6 spot, Royce Huffman, first base. Batting seventh, in right field, Todd Self. Batting eighth, the catcher, Raul Chavez. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Barry Wesson. On the mound is Roberto Giron, or as we call him, Bob. He has a 4-1.
Yeah, we call him Bob. You're killing me.
He has a 4-1 record. This is his 15th start, his 15th game. He has a 2.40 earned run average, and he has won his last 4 decisions. He hadn't lost a game and over that 4 wins. He's 29 years old, 6'2", a right-hander, Giron. Or as we know him, Bob.
Yeah, thank you very much. Your lineup cards always brought to you by the Austin American Statesman. Picks to Click, a service of Bennigan's Round Rock. Best food, best drinks, best service. It's at exit 254 on 535. It's Bennigan's Round Rock. It's your destination after each and every Round Rock Express home game.
And my pick, sir, is Royce Huffman.
You're going to go for Royce Huffman. I'll see your Royce Huffman. I'll raise you a Roberto Giron and a Brooks Conrad. Conrad, Giron, and Huffman. Your picks to Click. Brought to you by Bennigan's Round Rock, your destination after each and every Round Rock Express home game. Umpires are courtesy of Hill Country Directories, your hometown phone book in Round Rock, Cedar Park, Leander, Hutto, and Pflugerville. Call them at 512-931-2710. Behind the plate, Sean Rakos. Over at third, Dave Aswaj. And John McMasters makes the call and said first. That's the PCL crew arbitrating tonight's Salt Lake and Round Rock struggle. That's a pregame show. We're back to start it in just a moment. Round Rock and Salt Lake, Pacific Coast League Baseball. Coming up for the Dell Diamond next on the Express Radio Network.
Hey, you've seen Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah, of course I have.
So, which one of the Fantastic Four would you be?
That's easy. The Human Torch, the fire guy.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm already the Human Torch.
What do you mean?
I signed up for SBC Yahoo DSL, remember? It's $14.95 a month. In chat rooms across the planet, I'm the Human Torch.
Wow, really? Is that because with SBC Yahoo DSL you can scorch cyberspace with blazing speed and download things with the white-hot fury of 1,000 suns?
I just thought it made me sound cool, but that works.
The next best thing to getting Fantastic Four powers. Blazing fast SBC Yahoo DSL, now $14.95 a month when you order online or with qualifying services. And now send in your cable bill and get 3 months free for new residential customers only. Call 1-866-SBC-YAHOO or visit sbc.com/F4Switch. And be sure to see Fantastic Four, only in theaters. SBC.
Taxes, other charges, and the Federal Universal Service Cost Recovery Fee Extra. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit sbc.com/offer details. Not available in all areas.
Coach Dennis Franchione.
I'm a Reggie McNeil fan, guy that can throw the deep ball. He runs 4-3. A lot of times we call a pass play and just hope that they cover everybody, so Reggie pulls it down and runs.
Midday afternoon starting at 3 on 1530 ESPN Radio.
Round Rock Express Baseball starts right now. Right now. Right now. Round Rock Express Baseball, the game story. Brought to you by Maxwell Auto Group, by the Austin American Statesman and Statesman.com for news, sports, and entertainment central to your life. By Coca-Cola and by Mrs. Baird's. Now, let's go back to the voice of the Round Rock Express, Mike Capps.
Crystal clear blue skies here at the Dell Diamond on this Saturday evening as we open a 4-game series, our only series this season, against the Salt Lake Stingers. Good evening. Mike Capps, Bill Mercer alongside Roberto Giron. The 29-year-old, 6'3", 175, long, lean right-hander. Makes start number 5, appearance number 12 for the E-Train. 4-1 with a 2.4 ERA. If his control is impeccable, he will be difficult. Can bring it at 92 to 93 with a nice sinker. And has a great changeup if it is on. Giron has pitched both, obviously, out of the bullpen and as a starter for the Express. 330 down the left field line. Here's the beautiful Dell Diamond. 325 to right. The power alley's at 375. 405 to the left center field corner. Straightaway center at 400. Deepest part of the ballpark at 407. Oh, glory. The Texas flag and the Express banner blowing in somewhat and around toward left field. An interesting little wind that we have tonight. Green grassy berm surrounds the ballpark. The 55-foot-high Maxwell home run porch over the left field berm and towering 70 feet above the lip of the Texas Hill Country. Out in left center field, the beautiful Dell Diamond scoreboard. Home whites for the Express. Cincinnati cut tops, midnight blue sleeves, midnight blue hats with the E-Train emblem on the crown. Road grays for Salt Lake. Cincinnati cut tops, red sleeves, red hats, and Salt Lake in fancy block lettering splashed across the front. Beautiful evening for baseball here. A little bit humid, but Roberto Giron is ready to go, and he'll be working against one of the hottest hitters in the PCL to start it out, Chris Prieto. How so?
How so? He's hitting .335. He has an 18-game hitting streak, and he is a terror. He's been in the minor leagues 11 years, and he has always hit well.
He has indeed, and while he's had an 18-game hitting streak, another little note of interest, started this season with a 17-game streak. So Prieto is accustomed to being on base and is a top-flight hand for manager Dino Abel's Salt Lake Stingers.
And the series they just came from, he is 9 of 16. That's
so
a little better than 500.
Just a little bit better. Up in the cut at third comes Coolbaugh to start it out. Shadows have crept out past the mound now. Right field, the Sun Garden here at the Dell Diamond. South, the right fielder. Conrad, the second baseman, and Huffman, the first baseman, have the Central Texas Sun directly in their faces. We'll set the Round Rock defense in just a second. Aron ready to work. Here's the first pitch. Whips it over the middle. Strike one. We're underway at 7:06 Central Time. First pitch at game time. Brought to you, as always, by Russell Corman Fine Jewelry, an Austin institution. Here's the 0-1. Slides inside and evens it count at 1-1. You know him at 3806 North Lamar in Austin. You call Russell Corman Fine Jewelry, 512-451-9295. Up on the grass now at third comes Coolbaugh. Caught on and missed on a straight change. And the count goes to 1-2 on Prieto. It's Prieto, Caspo, and Gorno. The upper third of the Salt Lake order as we open play here against the Salt Lake Stingers, the AAA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Outfield shaded slightly toward left. The 1-2. Off speed down and the count to 2-2. Aron will work that 79-mile-an-hour breaking pitch. He'll change speeds. He'll change arm angles. His last appearance was a shutout inning against Colorado Springs. Swing and a miss on a dandy curveball. Strike three. 28 strikeouts on the season now. Better than 3-1. Strikeouts to walks ratio for Giron. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo, you'll remember from Arkansas last year, started the season with the Travelers and just promoted, and has come up hitting very well. Hitting at .284. His yet to homer has driven in 11. Callaspo, the stocky 5'10", 175 switch hitter from Venezuela. First pitch, tails inside, ball one. One out here in the first. Defensively, Mike Coolbaugh at third. Alex Eckelman gets the start again at shortstop. Brooks Conrad at second. Royce Huffman at first. The stretch at 1-0 by Aron. And the 1-0 pitch. Dances over the inside edge and evens the count at 1-1. Scott, Wesson, and Self left to right in the D-train outfield. Raul Chavez behind the plate. Roberto Aron on the mound. Defense is brought to you by Rhinos and Jocks Sports Bar and Grill in Round Rock. The 1-1. Breaks inside, tied at the belt. And the count goes to 2-1. Don't forget live music Fridays and Saturday nights and free pool on Sundays. That's Rhinos and Jocks Sports Bar and Grill in Round Rock. The 2-1 set in the pitch. That's lifted foul, third base side. Evens the count at 2-2 on Callaspo. Callaspo played shortstop last year with the Arkansas Travelers, and they've moved him to second base as they see his future in Anaheim as a second baseman. Bounces that bat off his left shoulder. Switch hitting. Inside target set up by Chavez. That's ripped up the first base side. Fair ball. It rolls into the corner. Over to pick it up Self. He got to hurry. Callaspo can run, and he'll turn on the jets and head for third. And now he's going to stop as the throw bobbled as it came back in from Self. Boy, you got to get to baseballs quickly when these Salt Lake Stingers hit it. And especially in the corners, they can all run. And Callaspo notching his fifth double and putting a runner in scoring position just like that off of Aron here in the first inning.
One thing these guys do well, too, they all can steal a base. There's nobody that has a zero on that mark. They all have a few bases, and Prieto has stolen 17.
Nick Gorno, the right fielder, big, strapping right-handed hitter, deep in the box. Young man who hits .275 with runners in scoring position, .287 against the league, has 19 home runs. He's been their big RBI producer. Arone stretches, deals. Slider spinning over the outside edge. Strike one. Gorno at Arkansas last year as well. And has developed into more of a home run threat at the AAA level than he was at AA. 0-1 pitch. Sinker tight at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. A one-out double has the second baseman, Alberto Callaspo, out at second with only one gone. Gorno, 4 for 15 in the just completed series. Against the Albuquerque Isotopes, had 5 RBIs in that series. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, caught on and missed. Threw it upstairs about letter high, and that had a little frisbee effect to it at 80 miles an hour, and now 1-2 on Gorno. Designated hitter Luke Allen, the hitting star last night with a late inning home run in Albuquerque, waits on deck. Outfield dead straight away. Gorno hits from a deep crouch from the right side. Arone shakes off one side, now agrees on one. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball lifted up in the air, fouled on the third base side. And the count remains at 1-2 on Gorno. Gorno this season, Bill, has had streaks of 8, 6, and 5 games.
He's quite a hitter. You recall that 345 he hit in 2003 at Arkansas, and he has maintained a very high average. His lowest was 281, also at Arkansas, and 204 over his time in baseball. He's never been below that.
Chokes up slightly on that bat from the right side. The 1-2 set. Arone deals it. That's outside just a tad, and the count goes to 2-2. That one just missed.
An all-star player last year.
I had the first inside the park homer of his career in mid-July against Fresno. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Arone as Arone sets deals. That one breaks in low, ball 3. Just missing. As a Rayco strike zone, a little bit tight on that outside edge all of a sudden. And now a full count on Gorno. That's spelled Gorneault, 6'3" at 220 from Springfield, Massachusetts. 281, as Bill said, at Arkansas last year. Payoff. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball. So that's the second strikeout for Arone, and 2 gone now for the designated hitter, Luke Allen. If you have been a longtime Round Rock Express fan, you will remember this young man playing third base for the San Antonio Missions in 2000 and was DL'd after he took a hot shot ground ball, I believe, off the face late in the season. Wide open stance from the left side. First pitch swinging. Caught on and missed. Strike one. Arone started him out with a 79-mile-an-hour breaking pitch.
Yeah, 2003, he was voted in the managers of the PCL the best outfield arm in the league, and he's continued. You see that in every year that he's played. Great arm.
Has had a brief major league stint with the Dodgers. Here's the 0-1. That's pop foul, third base side. 2 strikes to count. No score in our ball game. 2 outs here. Top half of the first inning. Salt Lake Stingers against the Round Rock Express. Luke Allen, 1 for 4 for that homer last night. Hit .500 in the Albuquerque series. Was 7 for 14. 0-2. Inside edge. Strike 3 called. And Allen knew it. So after giving up a 1-out double, Arone strikes out the side otherwise, and that ends the first for the Stingers. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left at the end of 1/2 inning. Salt Lake, nothing. The Express come to the plate next on the Round Rock Express Radio Network.
Picture yourself at the Dell Diamond cheering on the Express with a delicious hot dog in one hand, served on a fresh Mrs. Baird's bun, and an ice-cold soft drink on the other. Stop dreaming and start looking for Mrs. Baird's Grand Slam Deal coupon and specially marked Mrs. Baird's hot dog and hamburger bun packages. We're talking 4 admission tickets, 4 small soft drinks, and 4 regular hot dogs with a total savings of $13. Mrs. Baird's, Texas born, Texas bred, proud sponsor of the Round Rock Express. Look for details on the package.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Overzealous foul ball catcher. You're nowhere close to that foul ball heading for the bleachers. Who cares? You're going for it.
That ball's mine.
Hot dog vendors, old ladies, infants. You mow them over like a diesel-powered combine.
Yeah!
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Mr. Bully of the Bleachers. Bud Light beer, Anheuser-Busch, Houston, Texas.
The ultimate happy hour in Austin is here at Coyote Ugly Saloon. This is no pansy deal either. At Coyote Ugly, we mean business. All weekend long, Coyote Ugly is hooking you up with drinks so cheap you'll be on the bar in no time. Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 and special hangover happy hours Saturday and Sunday from noon to 7, Coyote Ugly is the place to be. Get in here yourself to see the best bar dancing in the country and win Round Rock Express tickets each week. We didn't just perfect dancing on the bar, we invented it. The party never stops at 501 East 6th Street on the corner of 6th and Netches. Coyote Ugly Saloon.
Welcome back to the Dell Diamond. Mike Capps and Bill Mercer alongside young right-hander Chris Hunter, a Utah native just outside of Salt Lake in Orem, Utah, 24 years old, 6'4", 205. Makes his Triple-A baptismal at the Dell Diamond tonight. 20th start overall. His last start was a loss, a very unimpressive start against the Lake Elsinore Storm in the California League. Gave up 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned in 5 2/3 innings. Has not won since June the 13th against the High Desert Mavericks. So, has given up well over a hit an inning. And let's see how he does in his first time out, AAA-wise. Eckelman starts it out for the Round Rock Express. No score into the bottom half of the first inning.
His record is 6-7. He is 6'7", and he has almost the old-fashioned wind-up. He comes up and over his head, and a slow wind-up, and then a very quick release.
Well, he is long and lean, and a very wide-shouldered young right-hander. We'll set this defense in just a second for the Stingers. Eckelman looks at a strike on the outside edge. Alex 2 for 3 with an RBI in the 7-6 win over Colorado Springs here last night. Went 4 for 18 in that series. Right-handed batter standing almost straight up at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and bounced down and into left field, base hit. So Eckelman on the second pitch he sees gets the first start. A good quick start for the Round Rock Express. That's the 30th hit on the season for Eckelman. And let's see how Brooks Conrad fares. Conrad didn't play last night, was 0 for 5 in the series against Colorado Springs, but Brooks has had it going at times this season, hitting at .252, 11 homers, and 33 RBIs.
That's the guy you like to have with somebody on base. He makes things happen then.
Well, he really does. Switch hitting left-handed. Double play depth for the middle infielders is the third baseman, Pavkovich, up in the cut at third. Here's the pitch. Sinker, low outside, ball 1. Conrad has RBIs in 4 of his last 6 ball games, which goes to show exactly what Bill was saying. Right-hander working from the third base side of the rubber, sets again. And the 1-0. That sinker catches the outside edge and evens the count at 1-1. Defensively, it's Pavkovich at third. Specht at short. Cayaspo at second base, and Casey Smith at first. Brian Gordon, Chris Prieto, and Nick Gorneau left to right in that Stingers outfield. Jeff Mathis behind the plate. Chris Hunter on the mound. A stretch by Hunter. Throw to first is not in time.
That's a good move.
It was indeed. Defense is always brought to you by Rhinos and Jocks, Sports Bar and Grill in Round Rock. Exit 254 off I-35. Free pool on Sundays at Rhinos and Jocks, Sports Bar and Grill. Outfield around toward left. About 7 strides for Brooks Conrad. The set at the belt to pitch. Turns a fastball over again. It misses low outside. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Conrad.
This battery tonight of Hunter and Mathis, young guys. Hunter's just 24, and Mathis behind the plate 22. That's pretty young to be a catcher in AAA.
Well, he was a very young 21-year-old at AA last year. 2-1 pitch. That's inside. Mathis trying to use Conrad as a shield and throw back to first and bobble the baseball, trying to transfer it from mitt to hand. Didn't work out well. Brooks' last home run was on the 25th, a 2-run shot at Memphis. Slight. There goes a runner. Pitch is on the outside edge. Strike 3 called. Throw to second base is not in time. And Eckelman steals second as Conrad took strike 2 and not strike 3.
A great move by Eckelman. He was moving well before the release by the pitcher, well before it, and he read something out there that gave him plenty of time to move down there. It was a close play, but he had it beaten.
Notice Danny Clausen down at first base has a timing device, has a stopwatch, and they are timing that pitcher's move. Here's the 3-2 to Conrad. Swung on and bounced down toward first. Handled there by Smith. Down to third goes Eckelman. And a productive ground out by Conrad, moving Eckelman to third with only one gone now. And it'll bring up left fielder Luke Scott. We talk about how precise a game this can be. It's the little bitty things. Clausen, timing a pitcher's move. Timing a catcher's ability to come up throwing. That can make the difference in bang-bang plays that ultimately make the difference in baseball games. Here's Scott, runner at third. Infield drawn in tighter than normal, but not up on the grass. The set and the pitch. That nicely outside edge. He's got a good sinking fastball, strike 1.
On that stolen base, you could say that one step made that successful.
There's no doubt about that.
Just one step was all he needed. And if he hadn't had that, he'd have been out.
Outfield deep, around toward left, about 6 strides for Scott. Here's the pitch. Swinging, lifts it up in the air down the left field side, slicing foul. Brian Gordon racing over to give it a look as it bounces on the concourse out there. 2 strikes on Luke. Luke 0 for 4 last night, was 3 for 16 in the just completed series with Colorado Springs. Has base hits in 3 of his last 4. But went wild on that 12-game road trip. 19 base hits, 8 home runs, 19 RBIs for Scott on that trip. Said he was just locked in the entire time out. The 0-2. Hunter deals it. That's just off the outside, ball 1. Scott with runners in scoring position, 271. 22 points higher than his average against the PCL. Eckelman down at third, 1 out. No score. Here's the pitch. Swinging and rips it up the middle into center field for a base hit. Eckelman scores, and Round Rock takes a 1-0 lead. Scott comes through with RBI number 60 on the season. A stinging line drive right past the pitcher, and the Express jump out in front.
And I imagine young Chris Hunter had a gasp as that ball went by his glove like a rocket right up the middle, about a foot and a half from his head.
Little bit different style of hitter at the AAA level than he has seen in the A-ball ranks. Mike Coolbaugh went 0 for 4 last night. Homered, going 5 for 16. In that Colorado Springs series, a stretch at the belt by Hunter, the pitch to Coolbaugh. That's over the outside corner, strike 1. Coolbaugh, 294 average, third in the PCL with 23 homers, leads with 84 RBIs. The Express leading 1-0, double play depth for the Stingers infield. The set at 0-1. Hunter deals it. Good breaking ball over for a strike. Boy, Mike sitting dead red and got that over the top curveball at 77 miles an hour. That's good mix and match job on the part of Mathis and Hunter. Starting Coolbaugh out with a cut fastball at 87 on the outside of that over the top curveball. 10 miles an hour slower. The 0-2 stretch in the pitch. That's down in the dirt. And the count 1-2.
The reason he wasn't seeing the ball like he wanted to, there was some of the white marker on the third baseline that penetrated just a little too far toward the box. He has eliminated that now, and I'm sure he's more, concerned that he can hit the ball.
Throw to first is not in time.
It's those little superstitions that these guys have.
1-2. They play Coolbaugh very deep and around toward left, 5 strides. 1-2 pitch. Fouled it back. Boy, Mathis took that right off the face mask, and he's experiencing the Tweety Bird effect.
Yeah. It looked like Hunter has a nice movement on the ball. He probably has that problem that so many kids coming up that he'll forget and lay it over that plate at the wrong time. that he has to work inside and out. For these guys, they'll hit the ball on the black.
1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. 1-0 Express here, bottom of the first. Hunter sets and deals. Breaking pitch. A little slow tapper down toward third. Foul picked up there by Pavkovich. And the count on Coolbaugh remains at 1-2.
Well, there was a changeup, and that's one of those things that take you off stride, and you look like you're just stumbling around when you were really trying to correct his swing, and it's just foul ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That breaks down and away and evens the count at 2-2. That pitch just missed. Still no score, Astros and Mets, as the Stros trying to put away the Mets for the 3rd straight night. Andy Pettitte, 5 1/3 shutout innings. The 2-2 delivery. That dropped in low, ball 3. Hunter thought he had it. But you won't see a fuzzy-cheeked rookie like that contorted at a PCL umpire, not coming up from A ball. Sort of a throw to first, and Scott races back in safely. Sort of a take-your-medicine start for Mr. Hunter this first time out. The stretch and the payoff. There goes Scott. Swung on and popped up. Scott's got to hurry back. First baseman Smith in on the infield grass and now toward the mound. Drops the ball. And Scott will be forced at second base. Wow. Casey Smith had a bead on that one, and out of the mitt it came. And Scott, who had to retreat to make sure he wouldn't be doubled off first, was retired on the force. Coolbaugh's on the fielder's choice. And you score that 3-6 on the putout of Scott at second. 2 gone now for Carlos Rivera, the DH.
And that's why everybody runs out to play.
Yes.
Even though you say, oh, that's an out, you go down to first base anyway.
Rivera had a big 3-for-4 night with a double last night. Cocks that bat above his head. Looks at one off the outside, ball 1. Rivera 5 for 12 in the Colorado Springs Series. Hit a mammoth smash of a home run in here the night before last. Outfield plays him straight up. The stretch at 1-0 in the pitch. Swung on and bounced down toward third. Pavkovich up with it, throws from the infield grass and guns him down. And that ends the first for the E-Train. They score a run on a couple of base hits and 1 left. We head to the second. Round Rock 1, Salt Lake nothing on the Express Radio Network.
Introducing the greatest hits of Texas, a compilation of seatbelt excuses that made nobody famous and left thousands injured or dead. There's I'm only running around the corner for a loaf of bread.
Baby, yeah, I'm only running around the corner for a loaf of bread.
And I only buckle up on long trips.
My wife left me, my dog left me, I only buckle up on long, long trips.
And everyone's favorite, I Forgot.
Yo, I forgot, yo, I forgot. That's what I did.
Plus, if you act now, you get 4 more hit excuses, including It's Too Uncomfortable, I'm Invincible, I'm a Perfect Driver, and of course, how can we leave out I'm Just a Passenger?
Grab your tambourine and shout, I'm just a passenger on this road.
Auto collisions are hits that nobody wants to listen to. Whether you're the driver or the passenger, remember to buckle up, Texas, every time. All the time. Save a life. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
Sports fans know that the team with the most power usually ends up on top. You should know that when it comes to trucks, the heavy hitters are all at your Texas Dodge dealer. That's where you'll find brutes like the heavy-powered Lone Star Edition Ram with 20-inch wheels and the Ram Heavy Duty with an available Cummins 600 turbo diesel. If you're ready to turn on the power, see your Texas Dodge dealer today.
Bigger in Texas, better in a Dodge. Grab life by the horns at your Texas Dodge dealer.
Top half of the second inning. Bill Mercer and Mike Haft 1-2-0 Round Rock 0-1-0 Stingers. Second game of this series gets started at 7:05 tomorrow night. We're on the air, of course, with the 6:35 pregame show start time. Fernando Nieve goes against Evan Thomas. And here we go. Mathis, Gordon, and Specht, 5, 6, and 7. Roberto Aron, 20 pitches in that first inning. And Mathis swinging a good bat, 284, 14 homers, This right-handed hitter smacks it into center field. Barry Wesson's on the run into right center. And one pitch, one out as Mathis, like what he saw the first time out, flies to center field. And that'll bring up Round Rock native Brian Gordon. Having a nice season, hitting at .294. Brian, 15 homers and 50 RBIs. The pride and joy of our Wendy Gordon, who's out there cheering for her son. She's got to cheer for her son.
Sure, you got to get out there and yell for him.
Left-handed hitting, right-handed throwing. Brian Gordon has those bright white hitting gloves working against a maple-colored bat. Aaron pitch, low outside, ball one.
He's been steadily bringing up his long ball average every year, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
That looks good.
Getting bigger and stronger, and that's the way these things work out, the 1-0. Darts over the outside edge. Evens the count at 1-1. Brian hitting .318 over his last 6. Has 103 base hits on the season. That next pitch, down below the knees, ball 2. Brian last year at Salt Lake hit .259. 2 home runs for the Stingers. So he's got some pop. 1-0 E-Train, 1 out here. Top half of the second inning. Your own pitch. Good breaking ball. Oh, must have missed off the outside a little bit. Ball 3.
Aaron's fun to watch, isn't he?
Well, he's
all kind of loosey-goosey out there.
He is a barrel of histrionics. The 3-1 pitch fouled it off.
And the way he delivers, it's just like, oh, okay, here it comes.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much the story.
All right, I'll wind up a little, and here it comes.
Gordon had back-to-back 2-hit nights in the just completed Albuquerque series. And RBIs in 4 straight against Fresno in mid-July. Here's the pitch. Cut on and missed. Strike 3. So Gordon got a cut fastball up in the letters and gets gunned down. That's the 4th strikeout for Aaron. And 2 gone for shortstop Brian Specht. Boy, Aaron is what they call sneaky fast.
Isn't he, though?
All that motion, and all of a sudden, whoosh, here's the baseball. Brian Specht, a switch hitter, 190-pounder from Colorado Springs. Swings and hammers it into center field. Brooks Conrad gave it a chase. Thought he might have been able to get some backhand leather on it, but couldn't do it. That's the second base hit given up by Aaron. And it brings up third baseman Adam Pavkovich. 273, 7 homers, 41 RBIs for Pavkovich. Right-handed hitting third baseman. Hit .227 in A-ball last year and has made the jump to AAA from Rancho Cucamonga. That's a huge leap.
That really is, isn't it?
2 outs here in the second inning. The stretch in the Aaron pitch. Darts over the outside edge, strike 1. Second inning brought to you by the Sherry Smith Nationwide Agency. Fans' life comes at you fast. Are you a business owner needing health and property insurance help? Well, call the Sherry Smith Nationwide Agency. 512-252-1107. They'll help you with your health and property insurance needs. Sherry Smith Nationwide Agency. 1-strike pitch. Breaking ball. Well outside, and the count to 1-1. Pavkovich had a double, a triple, and 3 RBIs against Las Vegas in the series previous to the one they played in Albuquerque just finished. Throw to first is not in time. Specht 6 for 9 on the bases, and as Bill said, this is a ball club that will run. The Angels themselves, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, are a National League-style baseball team, and they run, bunt, hit and run, breaking pitch low.
Take that extra base.
They'll do it.
If anybody watched them in the World Series, they know that they gained great respect. It looked like 2 National League teams playing out
Well,
there.
it really did.
And I love the way they play.
Pavkovich had an 8-game hitting streak in early to mid-July. 2 balls and 1 strike as Aaron has slowed the pace immensely here. Leaning in on one knee, now comes set. Inside target set up by Chavez. That one downstairs inside, ball 3. First baseman Casey Smith, the 9-hole hitter, waits in the on-deck area as we readjust to the designated hitter. Outfield straight away for Pavkovich. 3-1, there goes the runner. Pitch outside, thrown out to second base, is not in time. And the ball gets away from Conrad, but there to back it up goes Eckelman. Didn't matter anyway. It won't go as a stolen base. Why? Ball 4. Now it's Casey Smith's turn. First walk issued by Arone. 4 strikeouts for this rangy right-hander and a tying run in scoring position for the Stingers here with 2 gone in this second inning. Smith, a 111 hitter with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. 207 against the league. We saw him in Arkansas as well. Arone's pitch right down Main Street, strike 1. In fact, Smith last year at Arkansas, a 282 batting average.
That's right. And also at Salt Lake, he had 273. But this year, he's tailed off a bit.
The 0-1 delivery. Sweeps wide of the plate and high, counts to 1-1.
Not playing every day, they say, and that kind of upset his rhythm. And we saw him at 80 and 03 at 284 at Arkansas.
34 pitches unofficially already for Arone. The 1-1 delivery. That drops over, strike 2. Arone's last start was in Omaha on the road trip. That was on the 21st of July. And picked up a win going 5 innings. But he threw 99 pitches in those 5 innings. Struck out 7 and walked 4 and seemed he never got comfortable on the Rosenblatt Stadium mound. It just was a struggle for him from start to finish. The 1-2 set in the pitch. Breaking ball lifted foul down the first base side. Count remains at 1-2.
One of the things that may be the knock on Smith is he's not a long ball hitter. And kind of have a first baseman, you like to have a little power.
You're going to play the corners. He's also has caught a few ball games. So provides some utility for Dino Abel's Salt Lake Stingers. 1-2 delivery. Swung on a little slow tapper right back toward Arone. Picks it up. Lob lolly toss to first and got him. And that ends the second inning. No runs, a hit, and 2 left. 1.5 in the books from the Dell Diamond. Express 1, Stingers nothing on the Round Rock Express Radio Network.
Baseball Express, the world's largest cataloger of baseball gear, is more than just a place to shop for all your equipment and uniform needs. We are your personal baseball consultants. Baseball Express offers the widest selection of top quality products and can fill the needs of every player from T-ball to the pros. Visit us online at baseballexpress.com or call for a free catalog at 1-800-WE-PITCH. Baseball Express, a proud supporter of the Round Rock Express.
It can be an embarrassing topic to discuss, even with your doctor. However, hemorrhoids are a serious issue for millions of Americans. If you've been suffering in silence with hemorrhoids that won't go away, it's time for relief. PPH, the procedure for prolapse and hemorrhoids, could be just a ticket to end your frustration and embarrassment. This one-time procedure offers patients less pain and a quicker recovery compared to traditional hemorrhoid surgery. As with any surgical procedure, PPH may present risks. To learn more, talk to your doctor or visit pphinfo.com.
Sports fans know that the team with the most power usually ends up on top. You should know that when it comes to trucks, the heavy hitters are all at your Texas Dodge dealer. That's where you'll find groups like the heavy-powered Lone Star Edition Ram with 20-inch wheels and the Ram Heavy Duty with an available Cummins 600 turbo diesel. If you're ready to turn on the power, see your Texas Dodge dealer today.
Bigger in Texas, better in a Dodge. Grab life by the horns at your Texas Dodge dealer.
Welcome back to the Dell Diamond. Bottom half of the second inning, a 1-0 Round Rock lead over the Salt Lake Stingers. Fans, why don't you sign up for the Jackie Moore Express Bowling Tournament? It'll be held August the 24th at Interstate Lanes. That's 11:30 a.m. And you can call for more information to Laura Watley at the Express offices first thing on Monday at 512-255-BALL. That's the Express Jackie Moore Bowling Tournament, August the 24th at the Interstate lanes out on I-35 at 11:30 a.m. Hope to see you out there. That is quite an event. And no, I am not bowling this year. Don't ask. Don't email. Don't even go there. Here's Huffman. Swings and hammers it to center field. Racing back. Back goes Prieto. Looks up. And at the warning track, brings it in for the out. Royce Huffman tore into the first pitch he saw off of young Chris Hunter and belted it. But right in the middle of the park, and Prieto got a great jump on it to drag it down for out number one.
He had a long run. Royce gave that a good ride. Nice play in the center field by Prieto.
Todd Self has been hot. A 6-for-10 series against the Sky Sox. Couple of doubles, 4 RBIs, had 3 RBIs last night. Looks at one just below the knees, ball 1. Self has raised his average to 327, has homered 4 times, driving home 30. The 1-0 pitch. That's out. Oh, that catches the outside edge, evens it, counted 1-1. Self base hits, Bill, in 8 of his last 9, 16 for his last 32. 1-1. That one upstairs, took a little off.
Well, it took him a while to pull everything back together, but he's that kind of guy that'll keep working at it.
Left-handed hitter at 6'5", inside target set up by Mathis. That's belted in the air to left field. Gordon comes racing in with a glove up to put it away for the second out here in the second inning, and that'll bring up the catcher, Raul Chavez. Much more pitch economy for the young right-hander Hunter. Threw 22 pitches in inning number 1 and has retired 2 on only 4 pitches here in this second inning. Shamo didn't play last night, 1 for 6. In the Sox series, a 194 batter, right-handed, 32-year-old. Hunter winds it up and delivers. Fastball low outside, ball 1.
Another very quiet evening with no wind. Now,
days getting a little bit shorter. Here's the 1-0. That's off the outside low, ball 2.
Was there a discussion, or did they pass it about having another month of
that would be daylight saving time.
Daylight saving time, that's what I was thinking about, yes.
2 balls and no strikes in the pitch. That's below the knees, ball 3. There was discussion, and there has been no extension. Just keep calling me, and I'll keep you updated. Don't worry about looking for a story like that on your own. You could get hurt. Here's the 3-0. That's their first strike.
Well, I know some of the farmers are upset because the cows are going to stay up later than they should.
Oh, that's enough of that.
Well, that's true.
Why, it's not true.
Yeah, it is.
3-1 pitch. That's well below the knees. Ball 4, lost him. That's the first walk issued by Hunter. And it brings up the center fielder, Barry Weston. Barry played in Salt Lake last year. Well, he's been hot last couple of ball games. 2 for 4 with a homer, driving home 2. Had a 2-run triple in the series, 4 RBIs total against the Sky Sox. 1-0 Express, 2 gone here, bottom half of the second inning. And the homer Barry hit was an absolute laser shot last night.
Yeah, is it one of those high line drives that never moved up or down?
Outfield, 2 steps toward right for Barry. Looks at one high and wide, ball 1. So you think if they extend daylight saving time, let me get this straight. The cows won't sleep as much.
That's right.
That is so off the wall. That's worse than layers of wind ever thought about being. Here's the 1-0. Just breaks wide. Well, ball 2.
Sun stays up later in the evening,
Doesn't
right?
stay up later in the evening.
It's still light. Later.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but there are no more hours of sunlight. 2 balls
still
in the
have to get up at 5 o'clock.
Whatever. Cockamamie stuff. 2-0 pitch. High drive, way out of the ballpark. Foul. Oh, that ball was crushed. Boy, out on the jogging track beyond the road that surrounds this ballpark, I would have been ducking and dodging. If there were any people jogging out there, man, that was some incoming. We're going to have a chat about this on the way home. We're not talking about it anymore on the radio tonight. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Foul that back to the screen.
You mean jogging or the cows?
No, I can't even believe you said it.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it going
2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's just, well, I mean, you got to look at the situation.
I do look at the situation.
It's still dark early in the morning.
2-2 pitch. Swinging, lines it into left field. In comes Gordon with a glove up to put it away and end the second inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. We head to the third. Round Rock 1, Salt Lake nothing on the Express Radio Network.
So you're hungry for barbecue. Really good barbecue. Barbecue that melts in your mouth and brings you back for seconds every time. Come on over to Smoky Moe's Barbecue and get yourself the best tasting barbecue in Texas. Smoky Moe's has been serving Austin's finest mouth-watering combination of brisket, baby back ribs, and chopped beef for years. So today, when you're thinking about barbecue, come on down to Smoky Moe's and sink your teeth into the best barbecue in these parts. Smoky Moe's, located in Cedar Park, Round Rock, and Liberty Hill. Come and get it.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life like the time I threw a potluck party for the big football game. Immediately, everyone dives into Bob's famous chili. Basically, everyone looks for the Coke. I look for Dave. He was in charge of bringing Coke. No, Dave. People are turning purple. And then I hear salvation. Poor Dave gets mauled. People return to their natural color. Veggie subs are the new food of choice. As for Dave, next time, he's in charge of napkins.
Remember to stock up on lots of Coca-Cola and C2 for the big game, because one person's mild is another's super spicy.
Holy cow, Gorman just plowed into Spencer.
Ouch, that's going to leave a bar.
How can he possibly get back in this race with all that damage?
Hello, Farmers Help Point. How can I help you?
Hi, listen, I just got rear-ended by some yahoo.
No problem. I'm on it.
Farmers Help Point service starts getting things back to normal the moment you call, so you can get back on the road again. Farmers Help Point, free with your policy, only from your farmer's agent.
In Round Rock, call Lewis Wright at 218-0030. Farmers Insurance.
Roberto Aron will work the third inning. Fans with over 2,900 daily nonstop flights to over 59 destinations across the country. Southwest Airlines brings people together every single day. Call for a reservation, 1-800-I-FLY-SWA, or online at southwest.com. Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Round Rock Express. We'll have a complete RBI baseball scoreboard. But to update you about that ball game, the pitcher's battle extraordinaire going on down in Houston. It's a 0-0 ball game. As they're playing in the bottom of the seventh, Andy Pettit against Tom Glavine. And still no score. Here, it's a 1-0 Round Rock lead. Round Rock picked up a leadoff single, a stolen base by Eckelman, and an RBI single by Luke Scott in the first inning, and it's been relatively quiet ever since. Aron has thrown a lot of pitches again, 38 over his first 2 innings of work, so that will require some monitoring. Chris Prieto, Alberto Callaspo, and Nick Gourneau, the upper third of the Stingers order. And again, cool ball up in the cut, now on the grass at third. That's lifted in the air, out toward left. Scott comes dashing in, back goes Eckelman. It'll be Scott. Leather to leather, puts it away on the first pitch of the third inning. You know, it's interesting to watch Scott play left field. He plays it with a vengeance, wall to wall, flat out all the time.
Well, last night he took a mean header out there on going to his left center field. Under the warning track. I thought he'd skinned off his arms.
Alberto Callaspo doubled off of Aron on the 5th pitch he saw. Rips that one down the first base side, just foul. Aimed it in the same spot. And that was headed down in the corner again. Callaspo promoted to Salt Lake from Arkansas on the 16th of July.
There's some kids in this infield. You know,
oh, yeah.
Caldera's 19, Callaspo 22, and
yeah.
Kochman's 22.
Yes, sir.
Kochman's not playing tonight.
He will tomorrow night. Here's the 0-1. Lifts it up in the air to left again. Scott finds it, waits on it. And leather to leather, puts it away. 3 pitches and 2 outs. here in this third. That's a little bit more economical, obviously, for Mr. Arone, who get into these confounded at-bats against hitters, and next thing you know, it'll be an 8 or 9 pitch at bat, and he'll only have 2 strikes on a guy, still be battling. Guy keeps fouling the ball. Here's Nick Gourneau. Struck out his first time. Right-handed batter. Swings and misses at 1.5 feet. Strike 1. Gourneau, another really solid season, has gotten himself big time on the Angels' radar. 19 homers, 75 RBIs, a 1-strike pitch. Down and away. Holy smoke, did you see Chamo's return throw to Arone?
No, I was looking down here for the numbers.
It was about 10 times faster than the one Arone threw in there. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, letter high. Count 1 and 2. Must have gotten the desired effect, I would say.
Yeah, because just then, when he threw the ball back to Arone, he slapped the lever on it. Like, oh, you're not going to do that to me.
Well, he did.
But he did.
And it worked. Case closed.
Got his attention.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside target set up by Chavez. Here's the pitch, way upstairs.
Well, we were laughing about the other inning when he was pitching and that little roller out to the mound. He pounced on it and then stood there and then very carefully kind of lob-lotted it to first base.
Well, you have to have the correct feel. Here's the 2-2. Swung on to bounce right back to Arone. Lob-lolly tossed to first and got him. Arone gave that one up quickly. That must have been hot. What a showman Arone is. And 1, 2, 3. Go the Stingers here in the third. No runs, no hits, none left. 2.5 done at the Dell. Round Rock 1. Salt Lake, nothing on the Express Radio Network.
If you're ready to begin a new career, master a new technology, prepare for a job promotion, or just try your hand at something new, Austin Community College is here to get you started. Every year, nearly 70,000 of your neighbors take advantage of ACC's low tuition, small classes, convenient locations, and great instructors. Explore ACC's hundreds of university transfer, workforce, and continuing education programs online at austincc.edu or call 223-4ACC. Get started here if you want to get there.
A baseball player's batting average is often a good indicator of their popularity. When it's high, people love you. When it's low, people boo you, call you unpleasant names, hurl hot dogs at you, choke themselves, or, well, you get the idea. And so does Allstate. That's why Allstate works hard to maintain a high average. Just ask the more than 1 million people who switched their auto insurance to Allstate last year. They saved an average of $338 a year. Now that's a high average worth cheering about. Big league insurance for peanuts. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Express fans, to get a team with big league experience, visit your Allstate agent, call 1-800-ALLSTATE, or click on Allstate.com. Allstate, a proud sponsor of Round Rock Express Baseball.
Based on information reported by new Allstate customers, actual savings will vary. Insurance subject to availability and qualifications. Allstate County Mutual Insurance Company, Irving, Texas.
Swing 1530 and 1260 this fall before, during, and after the UT football games for Longhorn Lunch at Schultz's Beer Garden. Exclusively on 1530 KZNX Creedmoor Austin and 1260 KWNX Taylor Austin. ESPN Radio.
And remember, drive laid back because Texas is a laid back state. Don't call just any lawyer. Call Vic Fazell at 877 with Vic. That's 877-948-4842. Vic Fazell. Upper third of the Round Rock order. Eckelman, Conrad, and Scott. 1-0. Round Rock lead. If this game tracks the way a lot of Salt Lake Stinger games track, here's the first pitch to Eckelman. That's a little bit low, ball 1. You better score a lot of runs because these guys have been known to come from behind and come from behind late. Here's the 1-0 to Eckelman. Swinging, lifts it foul out of the ballpark, first base side. Count to 1-1. RBI Baseball scoreboard brought to you by RBI Baseball, the official hitting facility for the Round Rock Express. Top of the line training from ex-professionals. 512-989-6877. The 1-1. Swung on and roped down that left field side. Gordon over to pick it up. So Eckelman, a 2-for-2 night, gets it started in the third for the E-Train. And that is the third hit off of Chris Hunter. Astros have taken a 1-0 lead on Jason Lane, solo homer. off of Tommy Glavin. And they've gone to the top half of the 8th, leading the Mets 1-0 behind Andy Pettitte. Bottom of the 6th, Brewers over the Giants 4-1. Cardinals over the Dodgers 9-4. Diamondbacks edge the Cubs 3-2. Here's Brooks Conrad with a runner aboard. Double play depth for the Stingers infield. Hunter sets and deals. That drifts outside, ball 1.
Well, just looking at Eckelman's replay, it looked like he just sort of halfway decided to swing at that at the last second and popped that single to left field. He hesitated a little, and then he went through with it rather quickly.
Outfield shaded around toward left for Conrad. Huge gap in right center field. The 1-0. That's down the middle. Belt high. Count evens at 1-1. Don't forget tomorrow, HEB Kids Day at the Dell Diamond, the 7:05 start against Salt Lake. 1-1 stretch. A long set in the pitch. Took a little off, drifted down and away. Count to 2-1. In the American League, White Sox over the Orioles yet again, 9-6.
Orioles are fading, aren't they?
They are. Yankees come from behind to pound the Angels. Well, they didn't pound them. They edged them 8-7. But Frankie Rodriguez, the closer, getting the loss. Throw to first is not in time. Late homers in that ball game. And guess who won again? Look out for the A's, 9-5 over the Tigers. Barry Zito the winner. Nate Robertson the loser. Jay Watasic. One of the guys they got from the Rockies gets the save. 2-1 pitch. Down and away. Ball 3.
Suddenly you look at, you just come in and you watch Hunter pitch to this batter, to Conrad, and it looks like he really doesn't have any control. He's thrown 2 very poor pitches on the outside, possibly because it's a left-handed hitter.
Another throw to first and scrambling back in with a belly flop goes Eckelman. Rangers edging the Blue Jays 3-2. Joaquin Benoit picks up his 3rd win. Adrian Gonzalez just up from Oklahoma. It's a solo homer in that one. There goes the runner. Pitch low, ball 4, lost him. So runners at first and second now for the E-Train. That's the second walk given up by Hunter. And it's Luke Scott's turn. Luke got the RBI single that drove in Eckelman after Eckelman stole second base back in the first. Luke has had a good July. .299, 10 homers, 25 RBIs in July. Left-handed batter from that deep crouch. 2 aboard, nobody out. The set. Hunter's pitch. Below the knees and inside, ball 1.
Well, Hunter's been working with a little trouble in every inning. He's been fortunate to extricate himself from it. Well, he's got a whole lot right now.
That one upstairs. Check out these numbers. Bigger than fireworks numbers. 11,193 paid to see it tonight.
Wow.
You got to love it.
You really do.
Outfield straight away. Cool ball waits on deck. Nobody out. Double play depth for the Stingers infield. Hunter comes set a look at second in the pitch. That's ripped up the middle. Second baseman over to short for 1 and back to first. Double play, but it moves Eckelman to third. That ball was sharply hit to Callaspo. 4-6-3 double play, and down to third goes Eckelman.
Didn't look like a team that's made so many errors in that game recently, 7.
But did you notice, as Callaspo went down to get that hot shot ground ball, he flinched for just a second. Didn't hurt him ultimately. He was able to toss to Specht and back to Smith for the double play, and let's see if Coolbaugh can keep her going. Got on a fielder's choice his last time. Runner at third, 2 outs, 1-0 is Round Rock with a 2-out threat here. Eckelman at third. Here's the pitch. That's bounced down toward third, backhanded. Pavkovich, long throw, pulls him off the bag and got him. Smith managed to get that foot back on, and Round Rock comes up empty here, leaving a runner at third in the third. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the fourth. Bill takes you through the fourth and the fifth. I'm Mike Capps. 1-0 Round Rock over Salt Lake on the Express Radio Network.
The next time you grab a smooth, refreshing Bud Light, you'll notice something different. Because starting now, Bud Light has a brand new look. It's sleek, it's smooth, and just like the beer inside, it's completely fresh. So now America's favorite beer looks as good as it tastes. The same great taste inside, a great new look. Bud Light, what are you holding? Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, Houston, Texas.
1530 ESPN Radio and Nelson Auto Group want to send you on a guy's flight out trip for two, including hotel and airfare provided by Round Rock Travel, and 2 tickets to the Brickyard 400 at the world-famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Sunday, August 7th. Register now through August 2nd at Nelson Auto Group on 183 just before Duval. Plus, listen for details and your shot at registering on air. The winner will be announced August 2nd during the live Big Show broadcast on 1530 ESPN Radio at Nelson Auto Group. No purchase necessary.
You know, getting out Whataburgered can mean a lot of things, like getting out onioned, out pickled, or out jalapeñoed. It can even mean getting 1-upped on ketchup, 2-upped on all beef patties, or 3-upped on slices of cheese. But most of all, getting out Whataburgered means getting beat by a friend who ordered a great burger. And those are good friends to have because you can steal their ideas for next time.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
Welcome back to the fourth inning, brought to you by Farmers Insurance and tonight's fourth. Brought to you by Agent Nancy Kuznieski. Nancy's at 512-292-9049. Farmers Insurance, longtime Round Rock Express radio sponsors. Tonight's Agent Nancy Kuznieski, and here is Bill.
Thank you, Mike. Luke Allen, in the middle of the batting order, leading off right now here in the fourth inning. Left-handed hitter, wide open stance. Hits a ground ball to second. Scooping it up is Conrad on to first and got him for the out. One away, one pitch, one away.
Little observation here. A lot of first pitch swinging in this ballgame. Mathis swung at the first pitch in the second. Prieto did the same thing in the third. Specht did that in the second as well. You got to think that they picked up some kind of tendency on the first pitch by Aron, but so far they haven't handled it.
Or else, since they flew in today, they're so tired they just want to swing and go sit down.
I don't know.
Anyway, Aron is on the mound. His loosey-goosey, very long-armed manner of pitching is really enlightening and really fun to watch. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Fastball low on the outside corner, ball 2. Jeff Mathis batting .284, the catcher. As we said, he's 22 years old. Went 1 for 4 in his last game and 3 for 14 in the last series. He has 14 home runs. These guys have quite a few homers. Swung on, foul ball to the right, goes in the stands. This big crowd tonight on the Saturday night. So if you're coming to Round Rock on a Saturday night, you know where to meet everybody. Out here at the Dell Diamond. It is the place to be.
Pretty good chance your friends are here.
They certainly are.
If they're not, they should be.
2-1 stretch by Aron, and the pitch. Fastball low, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Around the infield, Coolball's at third, Eckelman at short, Conrad at second, and Huffman over at first. In the outfield, Scott in left, Wesson in center, and Self in right. No breeze. Working as Aron. Ground ball foul on the third base side into the dugout of the...
Did you see Carlos Hernandez reach out with his glove and snatch that one? Carlos feeling a lot better after that start he made against Colorado Springs, believe me.
Yeah, he was really kind of eager to have that interview last night.
Well, I'm glad you did that, and it really did sound good with him.
3-2 pitch, foul back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You know, with a guy who had the potential and all the success he'd had, what a debilitating situation for you, mentally and physically. You have to go back and start over, essentially.
But it shows you the rock-solid determination this kid has.
He has it. 3-2 work by Aron, and a high fly ball. Right field shallow. Coming in is Self, going back Conrad, And Brooks takes it for the out, about 20 feet out in right field. So 2 down, and Brian Gordon is up. Round Rocker, hometown boy. 5 for 11 over the series they just completed. Didn't play last night, batting .294, left-handed hitting. He, like most of the players on this team, have a number of stolen bases, not huge numbers. Prieto has 17, but the rest of them have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First pitch swung on and missed on a breaking pitch down and in. And Gordon missed it for 0-1 count.
Tell you what, you better be careful getting it into that particular location. A left-hander's wheelhouse like that, Brian Gordon can turn this game around in a heartbeat.
No ball. 1 strike work by Heron. Ground ball, chopped foul down the first base side. And the count runs up on Gordon to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The on-deck batter, Brian Speck. A run scored in the first inning by Round Rock, and that's been the essence of this ball game so far. Miss outside on a pitch that broke down and out and away, and Mr. Gordon decided he would leave it as is. 1 ball and 2 strikes. In that really high sky tonight.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be
cloud.
No, and this is going to be a difficult night here in about 15 minutes.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch, missed outside, and he slaps the glove. When he's disturbed about something, when the ball comes back to him, he snatches it like he's going to take it, talk to it.
Well, that and Chavez threw it back at him at about 98 miles an hour for the second time.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball down between first and second. Over Conrad, stumbles, throws, got him. Nice play by Brooks going into the hole and over to an area nearly behind first base. Picked that ball up, stumbled forward and threw it for the third out. 3 up, 3 down here in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. At the end of 3.5, Round Rock 1 and Salt Lake nothing. Back in a moment.
Maxwell has been the official auto group of the Round Rock Express since the very first pitch at the Dell Diamond. Hi, I'm Niall Maxwell. Now it's 2005, and we salute the Express's first season in AAA with big league Maxwell advantages. Our redesigned website allows you to shop from home 24 hours a day with the touch of a button. And Maxwell's Easy Approval program has been a big hit for Central Texas. It only takes minutes to get your yes. Plus, Maxwell is giving more than ever for your trade-in. You don't even have to buy our car to get above market value from Maxwell on your used vehicle. Visit any one of Maxwell's 7 locations and discover the Maxwell advantages, a guaranteed lower price and superior customer service.
We're Maxwell. We're on the move. We're out to give you more.
Where do you find the Austin area's best golf value? Forest Creek Golf Club in Round Rock. Forest Creek offers outstanding playing conditions at unbeatable rates that include your green fee, cart, and a warm-up bag of range balls. Play for only $39 weekdays, $49 on weekends, and only $29 daily after 2 p.m. And don't forget to ask about our player development program. It's like a health club for your game. Book your tee time today, 388-2874, or on the web at forestcreek.com. For top-notch course conditions and friendly professional service, it's Forest Creek Golf Club, proud sponsor of the Round Rock Express.
Well, they came to the Dell Diamond in groups tonight. AMD Activity Center, Austin Area Toastmasters, Austin Diagnostic Clinic, Big Ten Austin alumni. Brenneman is here in the group. Cornell University alumni. A special welcome to Cornell University. Dell Incorporated. Winston-Salem campus is here. Dell SLG is here. Gerald Nunn Electric came in a group. Jazzercise came in a big group. LaGrange 12-year-old All-Stars and more. We'll catch you up later on those.
Cornell, huh?
Yes, sir. Corning, New York.
Yeah, that's great. First pitch is outside to the left-handed hitting Carlos Rivera, batting .319, went 5 for 12 in the recently completed series. Winding is Chris Hunter, delivering a strike in there for 1-1 count. Chris Hunter trying to pick up a win, hasn't won since July 13th. 6 wins, 7 losses. This is his 21st start. Call, strike on the inside corner, and the count runs to 1-2 on Carlos Rivera. Rivera, 5 for 12 with scored 3 runs, had a double, a pinch hit home run, and an RBI. 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to first. Oh, nice play by Smith. That was a mean shot. Short hopped him. Didn't come off the ground more than knee high. And handled well by Smith at first base for the out. And he didn't flinch much. Here's Royce Huffman, batting .264. Royce had a slow start this year, but he's been piling it on lately. Went 4 for 11 in the series, 4 runs, a home run, 3 RBIs, a double. And he had a shot to center field that Prieto ran down at the warning track a moment ago, back in the second inning. Takes the first pitch across for strike. Right-handed hitting Royce Huffman has 7 stolen bases. Winding up is Hunter. Check swings, slides down low on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, 33 years ago, I was just thinking, because I saw it in the paper today, Milo Hamilton introduced himself to Don Drysdale and me 33 years ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's when I first met him. And then then he moved from Pittsburgh over to, I guess, Chicago.
Yep.
And I applied for that job. And I ran into him there and we talked. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Line drive, left field, base hit. Royce Huffman. That's the 4th hit off Chris Hunter. First hit for Huffman in the ball game as Round Rock leads 1-0. Anyway, so I wasn't fortunate enough to get the job at Pittsburgh. Chuck Tanner was managing there then, and I knew Chuck from many, many places in baseball. The last one was managing Chicago. But I've laughed with Milo about that Milo and I both had the gulag experience with Harry Carey. Maybe it's not one you laugh about.
Well,
but here's Todd Self at the plate. And a strike call.
It was unfortunate for both of you, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole heck of a lot of fun. But I say, here he is. He's got to retire from the road trips next year. And golly, it just doesn't seem like that much time has gone by, but I guess it has. 0-1 delivery, foul ball back.
You know the great thing about that, though?
What's that?
It shows you how good, how great the Astros organization is. They have recognized the fans' contributions not only to the Astros, which have been immense, and the community of Houston, which he's raised $20-some-odd million for charity. And lo and behold, you ought to, if you're that great a human being for an organization, you ought to get to pick the way you go out, the way you conduct your retirement, and the way you stage it. And hats off to the entire Houston Astros organization for doing just that.
That is a point well taken. Here's a stretch by Hunter. The pitch to Self. Throw to first, not in time. Nice move by Mathis throwing to first base. As opposed to what that bunch did to Ernie Harwell in Detroit one time. Here is an icon, Ernie Harwell.
Well, that was a football coach that did that.
What, Schnellenberger? I think
No.
Something like that.
No,
Michigan. He was from Michigan.
Bo Schembechler.
Big Schembechler, yeah. 1-2, and a little check swing. Bounces out to the pitcher. Goes to second for 1. Back to first. Bouncing, and it bounces off the first baseman, and it hits Self. And Todd, I think, was upset with himself because he thought he was going to be out on a double play and didn't even notice the ball bounced into him.
But did you also notice what made the ball bounce? Royce Huffman, the former TCU football player, barreling into the shortstop, Specht. And that was a difference maker on that play. Keeps the inning alive.
Raul Chavez is up at the plate now. He walked in the second inning. Yes, sir, you're right about that. A great organization and a great baseball broadcaster. So we wish him well from now on next year. Inside pitch is low for a ball.
Well, it's okay if he does okay tomorrow or today.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. And he will.
And I'll get 15 emails for picking on you just for saying that.
See there?
Unbelievable.
1-0 count right now on Chavez.
You have a legion of defenders in this part of the world.
I don't need defenders.
Yes, you do.
I am who I am. Inside.
Lord.
2 2 balls, no strike count.
Here they come. I've already gotten 3 just like that.
Just that.
Awful.
Keep them coming, friends. 2 ball, no strike count. Runner at first base himself.
What a politicker.
Short lead at first. Hunter in the stretch, the big 6'4" guy, and a high fly ball pounded to center field, but right in the area of Prieto, who makes the catch for the out. So, a little noise here in the 4th inning, but no production. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. So at the end of 4 innings of play, it is still Round Rock 1 and Salt Lake Stingers nothing. Back in a moment.
North Carolina Furniture Direct has marked down all odds and ends, one-of-a-kinds, discontinued, and overstocks for a huge warehouse blowout.
Come get dining chairs, starting at just $29.
Shop now for lamps and pictures from $49.
During NCFD's huge warehouse blowout, end tables start at an amazing $99.
Dining tables in many different styles now start at only $99.
Even upholstered office chairs start at an unbelievable $99.
Shop the NCFD warehouse blowout for recliners, now starting at just $298.
Sofas in many styles and colors start now at $498.
With supple leather sofas now starting at only $898.
And remember, with NCFD Express Delivery,
when you buy it today,
you get it today.
Plus, buy now and make no payments.
And pay no interest for 12 full months with your good credit.
Shop now and save on all odds and ends, one-of-a-kinds, discontinued, and overstocks during the huge warehouse blowout.
Going on this weekend at North Carolina Furniture Direct.
Just take I-35 to San Marcos.
Exit 202.
Shop early to beat the crowds.
Baseball is easy. All you have to do is hit a ball that's going 94 miles per hour, so you have to decide to swing in 0.2 seconds. Of course, the ball might just look like it's going 94. It could be a curve. It could make you look silly. Oh, and there are 2 strikes and 2 outs. Well, baseball can look easy when you know how.
The Home Depot is a proud sponsor of the Round Rock Express and of Knowing How. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
Welcome back to the Dell Diamond. Mike Camp, sir, they've tuned us in all over the countryside. The girls here in Round Rock, Sweetheart D has us tuned in. You can get us a webcast on the B2 Networks icon at RoundRockExpress.com. You can get us on the internet at ESPNAustin.com or RoundRockExpress.com by clicking on the ESPN Austin icon. 1260 ESPN, the flagship station for Round Rock Express baseball and selected games on AM 1400 KTEM, one of the oldest stations in Texas, and they carry Round Rock Express baseball games as well.
As well as the 5th inning right now as we start here with the latter third of the batting order, Speck, Pavkovich, and Smith. Speck single back in the 2nd inning. One of the 2 hits of Roberto Heron.
How you say that?
Heron.
Thank you.
Heron. Bobby. We're down there one day talking to Spike Owen, and Roberto walked by. Hi, Bob. 1-0 pitch now by Heron. Swing and a miss by Speck for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cool balls at 3rd. Eckelman playing short tonight. Conrad over at 2nd, and Huffman at 1st. Outfield straightaway deep. Scott left. Wesson in center. Self in right. 1-0 pitch. 1-1 pitch, rather. Strike 2 called. Got Speck looking on that one, and it cost him 1 ball and 2 strikes. Speck hitting .317, 4 home runs, 9 doubles. Roberto delivers. Ground ball right back to Heron. 2nd one he's handled. Nice little soft toss to first. That time he had to leap off the mound to his right. Just a very routine little bouncing ball.
That was a little bit more of a serious throw than the other couple we've seen him
doing now.
Launch to first base. What do you mean, what is he doing now?
He was standing in the back of the mound, and he was throwing his arm down. I guess he was loosening it. But
there's no telling what he was doing on the back of the mound.
Throwing his arm down like he's going to pitch to the grass.
He might have been doing some kind of test on the dirt of the mound. Who knows?
Adam Pavkovich. It's a high fly ball to left field. Luke Scott waits and pulls it in for the out. First pitch hitting. And like you said, they continue to do that. There are 2 away here in the 5th, and the batter is Casey Smith. We were talking about his series of outstanding batting averages over 2003 and 4. This year, batting .207 and not playing as often, not playing consecutively, and his batting average has slipped. His long ball procedures are not particularly good. He bunts it down the third baseline. Willie Handel, Giron on a falling away, picks it up and safe at first base. Well, there was a nicely laid bunt by Smith. Giron came over, grabbed it, and threw, falling backwards. Did not have much on it. It bounced over to first.
No, and here's the other mitigating circumstance there. With 2 outs, Coolbaugh, there's no way he'll play up anticipating a bunt from the 9-hole hitter. So Smith bunting into pretty good territory there.
Yeah, it was a good move. If he bunts it correctly, and he did. He laid it down nicely. And he was drag bunting, so he was on the move. Casey Smith is at first base in the top of the batting order. Chris Prieto batting .335, the number 9 hitter in the league. A high fly ball hit to right field. Todd Self backing up, sets under it, and makes the play for the out. So no damage on the base hit, just the third off Roberto Giron here in the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, the Express 1, Stingers nothing. Back in a moment.
Want to follow your Round Rock Express this season in style? Whether a weekly trip or weekend escape, Advantage Rent-A-Car has a deal for you. Try out our Chrysler Pacifica, loaded with DVD, satellite radio, leather seats, 6-disc CD changer, and in-dash DVD for as low as $49 per day. Advantage also offers small business plans and low corporate rates. With these great savings, you can't help but hit a home run with Advantage Rent-A-Car. Call 800-777-5500 or log on to AdvantageRentACar.com today to make your next reservation.
Ever notice how fellas gather around a steak on a grill like it's a V8 engine? Standing there, nodding, listening, talking about beauty. None of them fully understand the complexities of what's happening inside that thing. It's just that sizzling steak, that glorious cut of beef. Well, it borders on a miracle. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
The Texas Beef Council proudly sponsors Round Rock Express Baseball.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Nosebleed Section ticket holder guy. With the help of 2 Sherpas and a mountain goat, you have finally reached your seats.
Touch the sky.
Look, you can see your house, and Canada, and Japan.
I see Okinawa.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh Chairman of the Cheap Seats.
Mr. Nosebleed Section ticket holder guy.
Bud Light beer, Anheuser-Busch, Houston, Texas.
Fans, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, Southwest Airlines gets you there with over 2,900 daily nonstop flights. Visit Southwest.com today. Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Round Rock Express. Got to tell you a little story as Barry Wesson comes to bat, Bill.
Okay, tell us.
Elizabeth Wood called the office today to see if the game was on television, but it turns out she doesn't drive, listens to us all the time, listened to you, both with the Cowboys and the Rangers back in the DFW area several years ago.
Great.
And
Great.
Hello, Elizabeth Wood, and we really appreciate you being with us.
First pitch by Hunter. Drops in low on the outside corner. That is so great to hear, to somebody who has listened to all the stuff we've done.
Well, the fact that they can listen as long as they have.
1-0 pitch. Ground ball up the middle into center field. Speck came over, but it was about a foot out of his reach. Not hit hard, but had eyes. Went right through the middle of the infield.
But the miracle of it all is this. People listen to us as long as they have, and they're not all upset or disappointed or disgusted with us. And that would be easy to do, especially with layers of wind. Daylight saving time causing more sunlight on cattle and things.
Yeah, well, see, these are things that you learn in this business.
What do you learn?
Hey, when I started in Dallas, right now, here's the top of the order, Alex Eckelman. Throw to first, not in time. Started Dallas Rangers that year in '59, my first baseball in Dallas. I used to get a little penny postcard from the guy, and it would say, "Dear Mr. Mercer, you are the worst baseball announcer I have ever heard."
That was nice.
Well, you know, he didn't like me too much. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul on the third base side as Wesson took off for second. So you have some people that don't particularly are pleased with you, but if you keep going and try to improve, that's all you can do, you know.
I got an email in Atlantic City in '99 that said, "You stink, more later."
You stink more than what later?
Well, I don't know. You stink, period, more later.
More later, okay.
No more ever came. I guess they were satisfied.
Yeah, I guess so.
Whatever.
Yeah, you cannot please everybody, but you try and have a good time and tell the story. Paint the picture. Infield double play depth now with nobody up. Ground fly ball down the right field line, foul off behind first base. That was sliced off the bat of Eckelman, and just a little too much. Had it hit fair, it would have been a lot of running out there.
By the way, Astros have upped it 2-0 over the Mets in the top half of the ninth inning. Lane has a solo homer in that one, and the other RBI has gone to Morgan Ensberg.
And I think I've heard of those two guys and watched them play right here.
Yes, you have.
Here's the 0-2 stretch by Hunter. The big guy looks at first. Salt Lake pitcher on the mound. A hard hit ball down the third baseline, foul, and bounces right back on the infield. And Pavkovich. Now the umpire picks it up and tosses it off the field.
Hunter had thrown 64 pitches opening this inning. That's quite a few for 4 innings of Pacific Coast League work for a 24-year-old PCL first-time out starter.
Well, he's going along pretty well, you know. 0-2 stretch, pitch, ground ball, hit to shortstop. Up with it, over to second for one, back to first, double play. That got him out of a jam. 6-4-3. Double killing, 2 outs here in the 5th inning, and Brooks Conrad steps in. Eckelman had singles in the 1st and the 3rd. So he is 2 for 3 tonight, just hitting into that double play. Brooks Conrad 0 for 1, walked in the 3rd inning. Brooks batting .252, 11 home runs, 16 doubles. First pitch is off the outside corner to Brooks, batting left-handed. Conrad, Scott, Coolbaugh, and Rivera have about 60 home runs among them. The next 4 batters. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Breaks down and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Boy, you'd like to get Scott up here with 2 outs in this inning and with Conrad aboard, see if he could manufacture another run or 2 here. This is a little bit nerve-wracking.
2 ball, no strike count. 2 away. Nobody on base, and Hunter's pitch is outside, ball 3.
All right, check this out. Now, the girls who always have their headsets on here, we heard layers of wind blow the sun further away, and that what is really causes cows to lose sleep. They got you.
3-0 pitch into the dugout on the first base side.
That'll teach you.
Yeah.
Way to go out there. That's the best one I've heard in response to all this cockamamie stuff about layers of wind and cows and good Lord have mercy.
3-1 pitch. Line drive, looped out into right center field, base hit. So there's a second hit here in the 5th inning. And the 6th hit off Chris Hunter. 24 years old. Coming out of Rancho Cucamonga, where he had a 6-7 record. Walked 57, struck out 68. Tonight he's walked a couple and given up 1 run, but that was on a single, a solo base, and another single. So 2 outs, 1 on, insurance run at first base. Hunter delivers. It's up high to the left-handed hitting Luke Scott, who singled in the only run back in the 1st inning. Scott batting .249. Cornell plays him straight away deep in right field. And Prieto is shaded a bit over toward the right side of center field. Throw to first, back in is Conrad. Brooks has 6 stolen bases this year, but with 2 outs, probably won't take a whack at it.
Look at the hole on the right side of the infield.
Big one. There he goes. He does just exactly what I said he wouldn't do. Runs to second, slides past the mound. The pitcher knocks the ball down. And Conrad safe at second. Hard hit ball by Scott back to the mound. Went off the glove of Hunter. He chased it back halfway between the mound and second base. And the runners are at first and second on a hit and run. And I would think they'd probably get my hit, but we'll wait and see.
Oh, you got to.
I think you have to.
I think you have to. I think there's any doubt about it.
So 3 hits because that ball just too hot to handle for him. And fortunately, for Salt Lake, he knocked it down. It could have gone into center field for a base hit, although, another thought on that, with Conrad running, the infielders are moving in. They might have made a play on it. So we have 2 outs, 2 on. Conrad at second. Luke Scott at first base, and Mike Coolbaugh is up. Big Hunter delivers. Check swing.
No.
Outside corner for a strike.
He called him on the strike swinging. Pointed right at him when he swung. Couldn't hold up.
I know he was trying to check his swing. But he didn't check his swing, so he got a strike. No ball, 1 strike count, 2 away, 2 on, and the pitch. Swings through this time and misses it. Strike 2. That was going all the way around, Mike. That's not checking your swing out to here. It's going all the way around.
Okay, I'll crowd out the cows again.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 1-0. Round Rock trying to get some insurance here. And delivery and a swing and a high fly ball to center field. Backing up Prieto to his right and pulls it in for the out. So that's all here in the 5th inning for Round Rock. No runs, 3 hits and no runs, no errors, and 2 left. So at the end of 5 innings of play, it is still Round Rock 1, Salt Lake nothing. Back in a moment on the Express Radio Network.
This is Texas singer-songwriter Brian Burns, and I've been to Waco, Hico, Hondo, Navasota, Winsboro, Jacksboro, Hillsboro, Santa Rosa, Austin, Houston, Galveston, Texarkana, Frisco, Buffalo, Conroe, Corsicana, and that's just in the last week. Keep a safe pace, folks. Relax and drive laid back, because Texas is a laid-back place. And if you've been in a car wreck, call Vic Fazell at 877-WITH-VIC. Not certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization. Principal office in Austin, Texas.
Hey, Todd, look, I'm trying to stock the H-E-B ice cream freezer here. What's with the ladder?
Well, my fellow H-E-B partner, I'm changing the sign.
It's no longer the ice cream section?
Oh, no, sir. I hereby dub this the H-E-B Creamy Creations Premium Ice Cream Cavalcade of Smooth and Creamy Deliciousness.
Okay, I think you need to keep your head out of the freezer.
At H-E-B, we're obsessed with what we do. Try our Creamy Creations Premium Ice Cream, and you will be too. H-E-B. Here, everything's better.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life like the time I threw a potluck party for the big football game. Immediately, everyone dives into Bob's famous chili. Basically, everyone looks for the Coke. I look for Dave. He was in charge of bringing Coke. No, Dave. People are turning purple. And then I hear salvation. Poor Dave gets mauled. People return to their natural color. Veggie subs are the new food of choice. As for Dave, next time, he's in charge of napkins.
Remember to stock up on lots of Coca-Cola and C2 for the big game, because one person's mild is another's super spicy.
We're back here at the Dell Diamond. We're in the 6th inning of play. It is 1-0. Round Rock over Salt Lake. And here to take you the rest of the way, Mike Capps.
Thank you very much, Bill. It's Alberto Callaspo, Nick Gorno, and Luke Allen. 2, 3, and 4. Arone throws the first pitch off the outside low, ball 1. Arone unofficially 66 pitches through 5 innings. That's quite high. Callaspo has a double and 2 times up. Up on the grass at third comes Coolbaugh. The 1-0 pitch is on its way. Roped into right field, base hit, a 2-hit night now for Callaspo. And that gets it started as they have the tying run on. That's the 4th base hit given up by Arone as we move into the 6th inning. Don't forget, it's the Home Depot home run, bottom of the 6th. You can email me at madcaps, MADDCAPPS at AOL, 2 Ds, 2 Ps. And tell me who you think will homer in the bottom of the sixth for the E-Train. Round Rock missing. An excellent two-out chance in the fifth with runners at first and second. Coolbaugh flew to center field. Here's Gourneau, who's hitless and 2 times up. Double played up for the Round Rock infield. Here's the pitch. Tied at the belt. Ball 1. 1-7 zip Round Rock. 0-4-0. Salt Lake Stingers as we move to the sixth inning. We'll have dates in baseball history coming up in this sixth as well. Outfield dead straight away as the lights begin to take effect here at the Dell Diamond. The 1-0 stretch. Aaron turns it loose. Breaks over the outside edge and evens the count at 1-1. Dates in baseball history brought to you by Sanders Morris Harris. Thoughtful minds for serious money. Call for more information. 713-224-3100. 1899 on July 30th. Honus Wagner hit a home run inside the park twice in a game. That pitch downstairs, ball 2. As his Louisville Colonels beat the Cleveland Spiders in a National League baseball game. 1908 Texas League. Ivy Tevis of the Austin Senators pitched his second career no-hitter, beating the Waco Navigators 1-0. 2-1. Drops that sinker on the inside edge, and the count to 2-2. On Nick Gourneau. Gourneau had a 4-hit ball game in that just completed Albuquerque series. Had a 2-homer night against Sacramento in early June. Here's the 2-2. That misses low, ball 3. Next date in baseball history, 1917. Ty Cobb, Bobby Veach, and Ozzie Vitt were in consecutive slots in the Detroit batting order. They combined for a 15-for-15 day. And the Tigers pound the Senators 16-4. A runner on, nobody out here in the sixth. There goes the runner. That pitch is fouled back as Dino Abel, the manager for the Stingers, had the hit and run working, and the count full still to Nick Gourneau. You imagine that, 3 hitters, middle third of the order, and they go 15 for 15.
It's amazing,
That's
isn't it?
some kind of hitting. 1933, Dizzy Dean of the Cardinals set a modern major league record, striking out 17. That's since been broken. 3-2 stretch, and the throw back to first. Not in time as Callaspo, who's 1 for 3 on the bases, goes diving back in safely. 1936, Red Sox becoming the first club to travel by plane as a team. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Throw to first again, not in time.
I bet there were some white knuckles on
Don't
that trip.
you know
Oh,
it.
my goodness.
I'll guarantee you there were baseball players who had never seen an airplane in person who climbed on that thing.
That's probably very true. And some had never flown.
3 balls, 2 strikes. There goes the runner. Pitch is bounced down toward third. Past the diving Coolbaugh. It's going to roll into left. Callaspo is being waved to the plate. The ball gets stuck in the corner. Here comes the throw from Eckelman. He won't make it. Slide safe. 1-1 ball game. Told you, when you get to the late innings with these guys, the middle of the late innings, you better watch out. They get tough, and here is a perfect example. A leadoff single and an RBI double by Gourneau, his 76th RBI, his 20th double, and they've tied it, and no answer, no outs here in the sixth.
Now they just keep swinging, and this time Gourneau slapped that one right by Coolbaugh down at third. He dove for it, couldn't knock it out. It was a hard smash. And then Callaspo was a very fast runner. He had no problem beating it home.
Well, the third base coach and manager, Dino Abel, saw the ball getting lodged in that corner, and he just waved him, and here he came. Here's the next pitch cut on a missed, strike 1. Luke Allen, who's 0 for 2. Talking to their broadcaster, Steve Klauke, says this is a team that just will sleepwalk through the first 4, 5, 6 innings. And then all of a sudden, no matter how far they are behind, bang, they start to hit, and this is exactly what's happening here. Back-to-back base hits, the RBI double tying it here in the sixth. Allen, wide open stance from the left side. Aaron's 0-1. That drops in low, and they count to 1-1 on Allen. Allen has been pounding it at .389 over his last 8.
And as a team, we told you they're 5th in the league, batting .284. And they're all good, solid batting averages, except Smith, who's hitting .207.
Final date in baseball history, 1957. Philadelphia Phillies pinch hitter Ron Northey ties a major league record, banging his 9th pinch hit home run. 1-1. Swung on, slapped down toward short. Eckelman feels it. Runner moves to third. High throw, but a stretch by Huffman puts it away. And a very economical out as they move the go-ahead run to third with only one gone for the catcher, Jeff Mathis. Talk about team baseball. These guys have won 61 ball games for a reason. A lot of them have played together since rookie league. And they just seem to pick each other up, and we're seeing it right here.
Well, as you say, if you play together a long time, I remember the first year, all those guys had played together in A-ball, and they just knew what each guy was going to do.
Now Round Rock forced to draw the infield in tight. Mathis, 289 with runners in scoring position. 1-1 tie here in the 6th. Swinging, lifted up in the air to center field. Tagging at third, Gorneau. Self comes racing in. Gorneau's going to try it on the self arm. Here comes the throw. Slide, bangs into Chavez. Chavez holds on to the ball, and Gorneau is out. And Gorneau is going to get a raspberry from the fans for banging into Chavez, who waved the ball in front of his fist. Gorneau, the showboat, gets thrown out at the plate. And that will end it. The double play, and what a throw by South, ends it here in the 6th. The run on 2 hits, and Gorneau will go down with a bruise as we go to the bottom of the 6th in a 1-1 tie on the Express Radio Network.
Introducing the greatest hits of Texas, a compilation of seatbelt excuses that made nobody famous and left thousands injured or dead. There's I'm only running around the corner for a loaf of bread.
Baby, yeah, I'm only running around the corner for a loaf of bread.
And I only buckle up on long trips.
My wife left me, my dog left me, I only buckle up on long, long trips.
And everyone's favorite, I Forgot.
Yo, I forgot, yo, I forgot. That's what I did.
Plus, if you act now, you get 4 more hit excuses, including It's Too Uncomfortable, I'm Invincible, I'm a Perfect Driver, and of course, how can we leave out I'm Just a Passenger?
Grab your tambourine and shout, I'm just a passenger on this road.
Auto collisions are hits that nobody wants to listen to. Whether you're the driver or the passenger, remember to buckle up, Texas, every time, all the time. Save a life. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
1530 and 1260 ESPN Radio presents Rules to be a P1 listener. Rule number 1, you must listen to 1530 and 1260 ESPN more than any other station. Rule number 2, you must listen to 1530 and 1260 ESPN at least 5 hours per day. Rule number 3, if you like listening to 1530 ESPN Radio online at ESPNAustin.com, you're a P1. P1. 1530 and 1260 ESPN Radio.
What a mistake on the part of Nick Gorneau trying to bang into Chavez instead of sliding. Just a bad base running blunder. You're going to try to take out Chavez, who is about 225, 230. Got what he deserved. Knuckle sandwich basically to the chops. And if you slide in that situation, looking at the replay, he had a decent chance.
Yeah, he just obviously went after the catcher and knocked the catcher Chavez about 3 feet over on his back. But Raul held the ball, and if you looked, as we said, the replay, he's coming in, but if he slides underneath, goes for it, head first with his feet, he might have made it.
Well, it's an easy second guess, but with the catcher leaping, extending himself, he's an open target there. And Gorneau got his comeuppance. Here's Rivera off the outside, ball 1. Rivera hitless and 2 times up. Ball game tied at a run apiece as we go to the Home Depot home run 6th.
Well, the fans will know who to boo the next time.
There's no doubt about it. Here's the 1-0. Swinging, lifted up in the air, out towards second. Second baseman Callaspo, 1 step on the outfield grass, puts it away. First out here in the 6th inning. That'll bring on Royce Huffman. All of a sudden, this young rookie right-hander has gotten tough on Round Rock. Gave up 3 hits in that 5th inning, got out of it with a double play ground ball, and cool ball flying to center field. Royce Huffman, 1 for 2.
And Round Rock has left 6 men stranded.
Yes, they have.
And that hurts.
Hunter winds it up and delivers a breaking ball. Low outside, ball 1. Self in the on-deck area. 1-7-0 Round Rock, 1-5-0 Stingers. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball drifts away, ball 2. Activity out in that Salt Lake bullpen. They've got about 1,700 left-handed relievers.
1,700?
1,763, I think. 2-0 pitch. That sinks inside low, ball 3. This one, Jonathan Rowenhorst. You'll remember him, Bill, from Arkansas.
That's right, long name.
And the name is not John, it's Jonathan. The 3-0 pitch. Swings and fouls it back, strike 1. What a throw by Self as Chavez had to leap for it. Got load leveled by the base runner, who also, we're talking about Gorneau, got it in the chops.
And Chavez rubbed it in, holding the ball up
indeed.
Like a little trophy. Here it is. I still got it, buddy boy.
And
try that again.
3 balls, 1 strike to Huffman. Huffman examining the bat, standing outside the batter's box. Now ambles back in. Royce from that deep right-handed crouch. The wind and the pitch. Swinging, pops it foul, first base side. Casey Smith gives it a look. It'll be about 8-10 rows back of the Round Rock dugout. Count remains full. Fans looking for low fares for Southwest Airlines flights will look no further than Southwest.com. Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Round Rock Express. Three balls and 2 strikes. Hunter winds, deals, breaking pitch, ripped up that third base side. It's fair. It'll roll into the corner. Racing for second base goes Huffman. The pickup and left by Gordon, and Huffman comes through with a double. With 1 out here, and that'll bring up Todd Self. Royce just continues his hitting heroics here late. Hitting at a .387 clip since June the 19th. A .365 June and a .338 July. And let's see, they're going to go to the bullpen. Dino Abel, the manager, is on the way. Pitching change brought to you by DirecTV. Fans, catch your favorite sports on DirecTV. Make DirecTV a hit in your home. We're back to tell you about the new pitcher, a 1-minute pitching change timeout. Round Rock 1, Salt Lake 1 on the Express Radio Network.
Hey, I just saw that movie, Fantastic Four.
Oh, cool. How was it?
It was awesome. It's all about adjusting the fantastic powers, just like, I had to do.
What do you mean like you had to do?
Well, when I bundled all my SBC services, I got the fantastic speed of SBC Yahoo DSL, the fantastic ability to see what's going on everywhere with satellite TV, and the fantastic power to communicate over great distances with unlimited local and long distance. Yep, I'm thinking about getting a cape.
Yeah, but those aren't Fantastic Four powers. They can, pick up buildings and turn into flying fireballs.
Well, I just choose not to show off.
Oh.
The next best thing to getting Fantastic Four powers. Combine high-speed internet, satellite TV, and unlimited local and long distance, all for under $97 a month. Add Singular Wireless for more savings and join a network of over 50 million customers. Call 1-877-PIC-SBC or visit sbc.com/F4. Then go see Fantastic Four. Only in theaters. SBC.
Taxes, other charges, and the Federal Universal Service Cost Recovery Fee Extra. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-270-0397 toll-free or visit sbc.com/details.
Back here at the Dell Diamond, we have a pitching change. Not a bad job by Chris Hunter, the youngster up from Rancho Cucamonga tonight. He went 5 1/3 innings and gave up 8 hits. Had only 1 run. The runner at second base, his responsibility. Coming in, Jonathan Rowenhorst. And he is a 6'1", 180-pound left-hander who's been in 15 games, 3-2 record, 5.18 earned run average, 24 1/3 innings, 35 hits, 14 runs, all earned. He has walked 11, struck out 17, and they're hitting .350 against him. Rowenhorst, who was with Arkansas last year and had a 4-7 record. Mike?
He did. He has a very strange, Rowenhorst has a very strange, very funky delivery, as we recall. And we'll describe it to you in this manner. actually has not gone to that ballerina pirouette move that he used last year. Remember, Billy stopped almost dead in the middle.
Yeah.
He's lost that. 52 appearances all in relief for the Travelers last year. 4-7, 4.06. Had 11 saves. Left-hander matchup here. Go ahead run in scoring position for the E-Train as they are involved in a 1-1 tie. Self hitless and 2 times up. After that outstanding 6-for-10 series against the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. Down at second, Huffman with a big lead. Rowan sets. A look back at second base, and here's the pitch. Nose to toes, Uncle Charlie, strike one.
That looked like a Zito curveball, didn't it?
It really did.
You know, interesting thing, Chris Hunter gave up 8 hits, some in every inning, at least, well, except the second. Didn't strike out anybody and walked 2. Not a bad job.
Not bad at all. The 0-1. As Rowan deals it. That's off the outside, evens the count at 1-1. These two faced each other several times last year. We're talking about Self and Rowan Horst. Outfield around toward left, about 7 or 8 strides for Self. A huge gap in right center field, 100 feet of space down the right field line. Go ahead run in scoring position for the E-Train. Nose to toes curveball again, strike 2. Rowan Horst running his fastball at 89, that over-the-top curve at 75. And Huffman waiting with a big lead out at second base. The 1-2 set by Rowan Horst. A long look back at second. And the pitch. Swinging, lifts it foul out of the ballpark, third base side. Count remains at 1-2. Self hitting at .325, 4 homers, 30 RBIs. Base hits in 8 of his last 9. And has 6 multiple hit games in his last 9. Well, he's been on fire of late. 1-2 stretch. A look at second, the pitch. Off the outside, gets away from Mathis, but not far enough for Huffman to make it a go. Right-hander Fernando Nieve against right-hander Evan Thomas in a 7:05 start in Game 2 of this 4-game series tomorrow. A look back at second, the 2-2 to Self. Rope down toward first. Throw back to second on the force and got him for the double play. Nicely done. Line to the first baseman Smith, who threw back to short, and that doubled off Huffman, and that ended the 6th. No runs, 1 hit and none left. We head to the 7th, 1-1 games. Fingers and Express on the Round Rock Express Radio Network.
What's 25 years old and smells like barbecue? Well, Pokey Joe's Smokehouse. 5 convenient locations, even one right here in Round Rock. Highway 79 at I-35. Please visit us whenever you get a hankering for mouthwatering barbecue and truly original homemade sides. Don't forget, we cater anything that even looks like a party. So call soon or come on by. Proud to be a Round Rock Express sponsor, Pokey Joe's Barbecue. Highway 79 at I-35 in Round Rock. Pokey Joe's, the best dang barbecue in Texas.
Sports fans know that the team with the most power usually ends up on top. You should know that when it comes to trucks, the heavy hitters are all at your Texas Dodge dealer. That's where you'll find brutes like the Hemi-powered Lone Star Edition Ram with 20-inch wheels and the Ram Heavy Duty with an available Cummins 600 turbo diesel. If you're ready to turn on the power, see your Texas Dodge dealer today.
Bigger in Texas, better in a Dodge. Grab life by the horns at your Texas Dodge dealer.
North Carolina Furniture Direct has marked down all odds and ends, one-of-a-kinds, discontinued, and overstocks for a huge warehouse blowout.
Come get dining chairs from $29.
Shop now for lamps and fixtures from $49.
End tables, dining tables, and office chairs start at just $99.
Recliners now start at just $298.
Sofas start now at just $498.
Buy it today, then get it today.
And make no payments and pay no interest for 12 full months with your good credit.
During the huge warehouse blowout.
At North Carolina Furniture Direct.
Take I-35 to San Marcos.
Exit 202.
Join 1530 and 1260 this fall before, during, and after the UT football games for Longhorn Launch at Schultz's Beer Garden. Exclusively on 1530 KZNX Creedmoor Austin and 1260 KWNX Taylor Austin. ESPN Radio.
We're back here at the Dell Diamond. Here's where we have had a pitcher's duel tonight. And Roberto Hidron is out now after 6 innings. 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 run. Travis Driscoll, the 6-foot right-hander, comes on to replace him. He has 4 saves, a 6-4 record, 4.69 earned run average. This is his 38th ball game.
So here we go. Driscoll waiting on Coolbaugh to get his glove and get back out to open play. Let's check quickly the RBI Baseball scoreboard, brought to you by RBI Baseball. Fans, give your youngster the best training in all of Central Texas by ex-professionals. 512-989-6877. Brian Gordon 0 for 2 to start against Travis Driscoll. Right-hander winds it up. Deals a breaking pitch that settles in, strike 1. Gordon struck out swinging, the 4th and final strikeout victim of Hidron, as it turned out. That was in the 2nd inning and rounded the 2nd in a 1-2-3-4. Here's the 0-1. That dropped in a little bit low and inside. Houston Astros do it to the Mets for the 3rd straight night. 2-0 shutout, 8 innings for Andy Pettit. And then Brad Lidge coming in to notch his 26th save. Home run bats came alive for Jason Lane, a solo shot. Morgan Ensberg driving in a run as well. His 77th on the season. 2-0 Astros win it. Here's the 1-1 wind by Driscoll in the pitch. Swinging and lines it into right. Racing back goes Self. Back to the wall and leaps and grabbed it right into the wall. Oh, what a catch by Self. Holy smoke, did he haul that one down.
That ball was well hit.
And racing back onto the warning track, watching it on the replay, leaping into the fence for the out. What a play by Self. Defensive play of the night for Todd Self on a leaping grab. Holy smoke, what a catch. And that brings up Specht, who's 1 for 2. Talk about helping out your buddies. Here's a pitch to Specht. Upstairs, ball 1. Just a defensive gem. We've seen it night in and night out from Round Rock's outfielders. Here's the 1-0. Lifts it foul, third base side, and evens the count at 1-1. Just no arguing over that defense by Todd Self. Back to the RBI Baseball scoreboard in just a second. Driscoll getting ready to work against this left-handed swinging Specht. Up in the cut at third comes Coolbaugh, the pitch. There's his split, drops it low, ball 2. Two-one delivery. Line into right, in dashes Self, and he's got the glove up and puts it away for the second out of the inning. Adam Pavkovich is 0 for 1 with a walk as he stands in to face Driscoll with 2 gone here in this 7th inning. Pavkovich, of course, 7 homers, 41 RBIs. Only hitting at .235 over his last 10. Washington Nationals losing again, and that gives the Astros some distance in the NL wildcard race with the Nationals. That first pitch misses high and wide, ball 1. Phillies lead the Rockies in Denver 7-5. Good fastball by Driscoll. Strike 2. They play in the 6th inning. Reds at the Padres should be just about ready to go. Royals losing to the Devil Rays 7-3. Red Sox over the Twins top of the 9th 6-2. That pitch misses, and the count 1-2. One ball game, 2 outs here. Top half of the 7th inning. Next pitch fouled off the hands and back into the screen. Driscoll doing a nice job getting that 88-mile-an-hour fastball onto the hands of Adam Pavkovich, and he fouls it back. First baseman Casey Smith waits on deck. Tight 1-1. Pitchers battle now into the bullpens. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Upstairs. And the count to 2-2. We'll check Pacific Coast League scores on the RBI baseball scoreboard here presently. Colorado Springs and Albuquerque playing out in Albuquerque, 1-1 game. Did he go for that one? No, sir, says first base umpire John McMasters. They're playing that game in Albuquerque, bottom of the first, tied at 1. And no reports back from any of the other PCO parks. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. 2 gone here in the 7th. Payoff from Driscoll. That's pop foul behind home plate. Now to the ballpark it sails. What a crowd at the Dell Diamond tonight. 11,193 paid.
They're everywhere.
They are swinging from the rafters at this ball yard. Here's the payoff again. Swinging it again. Pavkovich fouls it back.
Cow.
Hit
the cow.
A creature of the bovine extraction.
So he's still up late.
That's because it's dark. It's nothing to do with the sun.
9 o'clock.
Somewhere. Here's the payoff. Swinging, hammers it into left center field. Scott. This one's playable near the warning track and makes the grab for the out. And 1, 2, 3 go the Stingers. Here in the 7th, no runs, no hits, none left. It's 7th inning stretch time. We'll stretch it out for Advantage Rent-A-Car. We'll even pick you up. For reservations, phone toll free 800-777-5500 or online at AdvantageRentACar.com. We're going to stretch it for Advantage Rent-A-Car. We're back. We're the bottom of the 7th. Tight pitchers duel 1-1. Salt Lake and Round Rock on the Express Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Niall Maxwell for the Maxwell Auto Group, the official auto group of the Round Rock Express. Now that our Express are AAA, a strong lineup is more important than ever, and Maxwell knows all about that. We have the largest inventory and most brands in Central Texas, covering all the bases, cars, trucks, SUVs, and wagons. And Maxwell has choices in every color and every option. With the largest inventory, we're able to pass exclusive discounts directly to you. At Maxwell, we promise to give you the lower price on any new vehicle we sell. Stop by any of Maxwell's 7 locations, so the next time you go to a ball game, you can show up in your very own new vehicle from Maxwell.
We're Maxwell. We're on the move. We're out to give you more.
1530 ESPN Radio and Nelson Auto Group want to send you on a guy's flight out trip for 2, including hotel and airfare provided by Round Rock Travel, and 2 tickets to the Brickyard 400 at the world-famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Sunday, August 7th. Register now through August 2nd at Nelson Auto Group on 183 just before Duval. Plus, listen for details and your shot at registering on air. The winner will be announced August 2nd during the live Big Show broadcast on 1530 ESPN Radio at Nelson Auto Group. No purchase necessary.
Bottom half of the 7th inning, Jonathan Rowenhorst continues on. He'll be looking at Chavez, Wesson, and back to the top for Alex Eckelman. As we move to the bottom half of the 7th in a 1-1 pitcher's battle. Hunter went 5 1/3, an earned run on 8 hits, no strikeouts and 2 walks. Leaves not figuring in the decision. And, of course, Cerrone did not figure in the decision as well. With his 6 innings, 1 earned run, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts. Chavez starts it out. There's that big leg sweeping kick. Little looping liner over the leaping second baseman and into right field. So Chavez has started it out with a base hit single. His first on the night. 9th for the Express. And up steps Barry Wesson, the former Salt Lake Stinger himself.
You saw that ball go off the bat. You were fairly certain that Callaspo had a chance at it. Well, it's that game of inches or so, and that was about 3 inches above the glove as he leaped about as high as he could go.
Barry Wesson, 1 for 2. Barry's 5 for his last 17 with a triple, 4 RBIs, a homer. Has been hitting well of late. Rowenhorst, first pitch, down and in, ball 1. Barry had to kick that back leg out of the way. Barry singling to open the fifth. Fly to left to end the second.
Gave him a bunt, but the pitch, I guess they read it because the pitch was really tight inside.
Pavkovich up in the cut at third. 1-0 set. Rowan Horse pitch. He did bunt and fouled it back. In the right kind of situation, if we were playing in the eighth and not in the seventh, you'd probably, especially with National League rules, you'd probably see a pinch runner for Shamo here. To get a little more speed, to take advantage of Wesson's bunting ability. And still anticipating the bunt at third, Pavkovich right up on the grass, a stretch and a throw to first, and Shamo back in safely. He only had about a step and a half lead. Chavez led it off with a single over the leaping second baseman's head. Callaspo, here's the 1-1 stretch. And the pitch. That hooks over the outside edge, strike two.
The second inning is the only inning that the Round Rock Express have not had a base hit in this game. And last inning was the first inning. They did not leave anyone on thanks to that double play. They've left 6 stranded.
Yes, they have. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Double play depth for the Stingers. Infield, of course. 1-2 off the outside. Tried to get him to chase. Barry let it go by. Squares the count at 2-2. Wesson has had back-to-back 2 RBI nights. His homer last night was the first since July 3rd here at the Dell Diamond against New Orleans. Barry got off to a quick start in April with a .295 batting average, but has struggled somewhat in July at .222 opening play tonight. A long look at first and a throw back to first, not in time. What a job by the Houston Astros, winners of 7 straight. And they continue to make noise both in the wild card. Didn't chase it. Pitch misses wide, ball 3. And today, you didn't hear Joe Buck on the Fox Yankees game talking about the Astros gaining ground there. Well, the Cardinals won tonight, or this afternoon against the Dodgers. The Astros are 8 back of the Cardinals. 3-2. That's high, ball 4, lost him, so 2 aboard for Round Rock now on a single and a walk.
Yeah, they've cut that deficit down. They're in a situation now that the Cardinals have got to look over their shoulder.
Yeah.
And the way they're playing, St. Louis can't stumble very often.
So now out comes the manager, Dino Ebel, and I don't see anybody in that bullpen. He has not made a move. And this has to do as much with defense as it does anything else. As you've got Eckelman coming up here, you've got runners at first and second and nobody out, and you want to make sure that you understand your bunt defense here, knowing that Eckelman most likely, or Abel wants them to be prepared in case he does lay down a bunt. Let's put it that way.
I would think with nobody out, you might as well move him over into scoring position if you can push 2 over there with Conrad, Scott, and Coolbaugh coming up.
Alex Eckelman grounded into a double play. Back in the 5th is 2 for 2 otherwise. A stolen base and a run scored. Singled and scored on the RBI. Scott singled back in the 1st. Conrad moves on deck. Corner infielders play in tight. Eckelman does square to bunt and fouls it off, strike 1.
Kind of changed up on him, and he just missed that contact with the ball.
Let's watch the way the defense rotates here. Up on the grass at third. Comes Pavkovich. Up in the cut at first, Smith. A set, squares to bunt, and down toward third. It's a dandy bunt. Pitcher can't feel it. All hands are safe. Patkovich went back to cover third. That left Rowan Horst by himself trying to field that bunt attempt. And Eckelman beat it out for an infield single. And that loads him up for Brooks Conrad.
If you see perfection, that was just it. The third baseman had to go back because the ball was bunted at him. Shortstop covered second. And Rowan Horst just could not chase it down. It went
and so Abel's trying to get his defense on the same page. And something goes awry. Now Conrad's up with the bases juiced and nobody out. 1-1 tie. Let's see if Conrad can break it. Brooks 1 for 2 with a walk. Rowan Horst stretches, deals. Low outside, ball 1. Scott waits on deck. Best chance of the night for the Round Rock Express. 1-1 pitcher's battle. Rowan Horst has his hands full. Bases juiced and nobody out. Down at third, Chavez. Wesson at second. Eckelman on at first with a 3-hit night. 1-0 set and the pitch. That hooks over the inside edge. Evens the count at 1-1. Conrad and the fans didn't like it.
Well, Conrad sold it.
In the sense that?
He was trying to sell it that it was inside and kind of jumped out of the way.
1-1. Breaking ball. Doesn't bite. It slips out of the fingertips and sails high. Ball 2. The Express have the Stingers on the ropes here. Bottom of the 7th and a 1-1 pitcher's battle. Express out hitting the Stingers 10-5 at this juncture. Conrad with runners in scoring position hits .250. With the bases loaded is 0 for 5. Here's the pitch. Downstairs, ball 3. Now Rowan Horst in a jam. He's got to come close with something here. Otherwise, he'll walk in the tying run. Or go-ahead run, pardon me.
Yeah, he has to put it over the plate. And either way, it's dangerous. If he walks him, he loses a run. If he puts it over the plate where he can hit it, he might lose 2 runs.
Outfield around toward left. 5 strides, 3-1. Hooks inside, ball 4. Lost him. Round Rock takes a 2-1 lead. Conrad gets the RBI with a bases loaded walk. Run, of course, charged to Rowan Horst. Bases remain loaded. And this is where Round Rock needs some clutch situational hitting here. Scott is up. Luke on the night. 2 for 3. RBI single in the first. Grounded into a double play in the third. Singled in the 5th. Wesson at third. Eckelman at second. Conrad on at first. 2-1 E-Train. Nobody out in the 7th. The pitch. That's right down Main at the belt. Strike 1. Luke Scott with the bases loaded. 167. Lots of room down that right field line. Lots of room in right center. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase 1 tailing inside. Strike 2. Coolbaugh on deck. Bases loaded. Round Rock has nursed a run out of Rowan Horst with a bases loaded walk. They've taken a tight 1-run lead here, but they have a chance. Nobody out and 2 strikes on Scott. The set by Rowan Horst, the pitch. That's wide of the plate and low on a breaking ball, and the count to 1-2. Luke, over his last 11 ball games, has 14 base hits, 5 home runs, 8 RBIs. Trying to get locked in against Rowan Horst here.
Scott hitting .272 against left-handers.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Rowan Horst deals. Into tight, ball 2. That one missing very tight, just below the knees. And 2 balls and 2 strikes on Scott. 2-1 Round Rock, nobody out, bottom of the 7th. Rowan Horst on the ropes. If Round Rock can deal with him. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging, lifted up in the air to left. Gordon races over. Wesson's going to tag. Gordon will make a throw through, cut off by the third baseman. Wesson stays put, 1 out here in the 7th inning. Just not quite far enough. About midway up that left field line where Gordon made the pickup and a strong throw in toward third. Pavkovich cut it off. 1 out now for Coolbaugh, who's up with the bases loaded.
Well, there's still plenty of chances here. Need to get an insurance run or two going toward that 8th inning and the 9th inning.
Coolbaugh, 267 with the bases loaded. Mike has 2 grand slams on the season. Right-handed batter. Outfield straight up. 2-1 Round Rock. 1 out here, bottom of the 7th. Rowenhorst. Left-hander deals. Swung on and hit to left field. Tagging Wesson. The catch by Gordon. Throw to the plate. Won't be in time. And the sacrifice RBI from Coolbaugh, his 85th on the season, makes it 3-1 Round Rock. This is what you need. You've got to chip away at a lead here. You don't have to chip away at any lead. Salt Lake has to chip away now as Round Rock leads at 3-1, but you've got to put up as many runs in a situation like this as you can. Round Rock with runners at first and second, and 2 gone for Rivera. That's the 85th, as we said, RBI for Coolbaugh. That one did have enough distance. Rivera with runners in scoring position and 2 outs at 3:42. Let's see if he can cash in a lefty-lefty matchup with Rowenhorst here. 2 outs. The set and the pitch. Swung on and bounced down towards second base. Callaspo runs it down on the outfield grass. Whips the throw to first and got him. Outstanding defense by Alberto Callaspo, saving another run and ending this 7th inning. Round Rock scores twice on 3 base hits and 2 left. We head to the 8th. 3-1 Round Rock over Salt Lake on the Express Radio Network.
A baseball player's batting average is often a good indicator of their popularity. When it's high, people love you. When it's low, people boo you, call you unpleasant names, hurl hot dogs at you, choke themselves, or, well, you get the idea. And so does Allstate. That's why Allstate works hard to maintain a high average. Just ask the more than 1 million people who switched their auto insurance to Allstate last year. They saved an average of $338 a year. Now that's a high average worth cheering about. Big league insurance for peanuts. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Express fans, to get a team with big league experience, visit your Allstate agent, call 1-800-ALLSTATE, or click on Allstate.com. Allstate, a proud sponsor of Round Rock Express Baseball.
Based on information reported by new Allstate customers, actual savings will vary. Insurance subject to availability and qualifications. Allstate County Mutual Insurance Company, Irving, Texas.
Follow the Round Rock Express and the Austin American-Statesman, the most complete and exciting coverage of Central Texas baseball. See our sports section for box scores and commentary. Whether the Express is home or away, you're there with the Statesman. And this season, score big with the 7-day home delivery for just $4.60 per week. Don't get shut out this season. From the majors to the home team, your sports coverage is in the Statesman. Call 445-4040 and subscribe today.
Travis Driscoll pitched of 1-2-3 7th. He'll be facing Smith, Prieto, and Callaspo, 9-1-2. Pan Southwest Airlines offers friendly nonstop service all across the country. Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Round Rock Express. Well, you put up 2 in this inning, and you still have to be very wary of this Stingers ball club. They came from behind late last night for a victory, and they certainly have the firepower to do it. Smith, 1 for 2 on the night against Driscoll. That one fouled off, first base side, look out. Bounces away from a fan, and another one picks it up, strike 1.
You know, Herron had a good, strong 6 innings. 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Pitched very well.
0-1 pitch. That drifts down and away, evens the count at 1-1. Smith now with a 4-game hitting streak working. Hits in 9 of his last 11. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's bounce foul, third base side. Count to 1-2. Fernando Nieve will try to right his personal ship. He has had 3 so-so starts. He'll go against right-hander Evan Thomas at 7:05 on HEB Kids Day tomorrow here at the Dell. 1-2 to Smith. Upstairs, bounces away from Chavez and back to the screen. Squares the count at 2-2. We're in the 8th. Nobody out. 3-1 Round Rock. A 2-run, 2-hit 7th. Little juggling match going on out there, huh?
The bat boy rushed out to the umpire to give him some balls and dropped 2 of them, and then he didn't know which one to pick up first. It's one of those embarrassing things.
2-2 pitch hit on the ground out towards second. Conrad scoots to his left, scoops it up, throws to first, and got it. 1 out now. 4 straight retired by Travis Driscoll, and back to the top of the order for Chris Prieto. Chris, working on an 18-game hitting streak, is 0 for 3 on the night. Chris had a streak of RBIs in 6 straight ball games in June. Here's the first pitch. Bunted up the first base side. Driscoll feels it. Nobody's there to cover, and Prieto extends his hitting streak. This is why this guy has a hitting streak like that. He can run like a deer, and that is as good a drag bunt as you will see.
That was a beauty. And naturally, Huffman had to come over because it looked like it was going on past between first and the mound. But Driscoll made a diving play on it and then looked up and, whoops, nobody there to throw to.
So up on the grass at third comes Coolbaugh now. Cayaspo has a double, a single, and 3 times up. Middle infielder set to turn 2. Outside target set up by Chavez, the pitch. A little bit below the knees, ball 1. Cayaspo hit .297 at Arkansas in 89 games, homered 10 times, had 49 RBIs. Switch hitting left-handed against the right-hander Driscoll. The 1-0 set. A long set in the pitch. Swung on and chopped foul up the first base side. 1-1 now on Alberto Cayaspo.
And he's the one that scored the only run back in the 6th.
3-1 lead for Round Rock. 1 gone here in the 8th. The 1-1 set. Up on the grass at third, Coolbaugh. An easy toss to first, and back in standing goes Prieto. Prieto is 17 for 25 on the bases, and the way this team likes to move runners, you may see him go pretty soon here. Outfield dead straight away for Cayaspo. Driscoll's pitch. Bounce down toward second, could be 2. The second 1. Relay throw in time. They got him. 4-6-3 double play ends it. And helps Driscoll here in the 8th. No runs. A hit and none left. Middle of the 8th. 3-1 E-Train over Salt Lake on the Express Radio Network.
Funky breath is a foul ball you don't want to hit. Perpetual bad breath is a symptom of all kinds of things that only a dental professional can detect. Over half of patients over the age of 13 have some sort of gum disease, and bad breath is a telltale sign a lot of the time. Chances are, you're one of those people. Castle Dental can help, though. Castle Dental is caring, convenient, complete dentistry. Step up to the plate. Make an appointment with Castle Dental today to take advantage of the $99 first visit special, complete with consultation, necessary x-rays, and a comprehensive exam. Call Castle 1-800-2SMILE. 800-TO-SMILE. Castle Dental.
Sports fans know that the team with the most power usually ends up on top. You should know that when it comes to trucks, the heavy hitters are all at your Texas Dodge dealer. That's where you'll find brutes like the heavy-powered Lone Star Edition Ram with 20-inch wheels and the Ram Heavy Duty with an available Cummins 600 turbo diesel. If you're ready to turn on the power, see your Texas Dodge dealer today.
Bigger in Texas, better in a Dodge. Grab life by the horns at your Texas Dodge dealer.
1530 and 1260 ESPN Radio presents Rules to be a P1 listener. Rule number 1, must listen to 1530 and 1260 ESPN more than any other station. Rule number 2, you must listen to 1530 and 1260 ESPN at least 5 hours per day. Rule number 3, if you tune into the Morning Brew to get the latest news on the Longhorns from Chip Brown, you, my friend, are a P1. P1. 1530 and 1260 ESPN.
Jonathan Rowenhorst gave up a couple of runs on 2 hits in the 7th. He has become the pitcher of record, and he's back out to pitch the bottom half of the 8th inning. He'll be looking at Huffman, Self, and Chavez as Round Rock tries to tack on some more insurance here in this bottom half of the 8th inning. Fans, don't forget we're on the air, 6:35 tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch time. Fernando Nieve, Evan Thomas. And should be a dandy HEB Kids Day. Kids run the bases after the game. Everything in the ballpark turned over to the kids on HEB Kids Day. Royce Huffman, a double, a single, and 3 times up. Rowenhorst's first pitch drifts away, ball 1.
There was that big leg kick he had.
Saw him start out the last inning that way and never saw that again.
Yeah, he just had it there. Here it is.
1 ball and no strikes. That one's on the outside edge and evens the count at 1-1. It's sort of a ballerina ballet sweep maneuver with that right leg as he goes into the windup. You watch him.
Back up.
Knee kick, 1-1 pitch. Ripped foul. The facing of the skybox's first base side. Shoots down into the seating bowl.
That'd look good on the Nutcracker Suite.
Wouldn't you love to see that guy decked out in that uniform amongst all those ballerinas doing that act?
In the baseball.
That would just be the best.
And
right
he had that
down,
kick. That
right
kick.
In New York, in the middle of 1-2. Swinging, slaps it foul this time. Look out on the first base side concourse. I wonder if when he makes that sweep move with that right leg, sort of like the pendulum on a grandfather clock, wonder if he's ever caught his spike. That could hurt. 1-2 pitch. Bounded foul, third base side. Get out of the way, Spike. Spike Owen, the third base coach, danced a little do-si-do to get out of the way of that one.
And the umpire handled it. Way to go, Mr.
Nice job, Dave.
Well, there was nobody within the 100 yards of that, so he did it himself.
1-2 wind by Rowenhorst in the pitch. Swinging, bounces it down toward third. Pavkovich knocks it down, throws to first, and got him by half a step. Talk about quick recovery. Pavkovich came up throwing after he saw that ball bounce. It looked like it may have bounced off the heel of his glove, Bill, and then made a nice recovery to gun down Huffman. 1 out here in the 8th inning for Todd Self, who's 0 for 3. Todd in danger now of
one of the things
coming up with a base hit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Pavkovich making the play on it, that old theory of, hey, keep your eye and keep the ball in front of you, which he did.
Rowenhorst's first pitch to the left-hander. High and wide, ball 1. Self trying to get a little something going for the E-train here. 1 ball, no strikes. Rowenhorst throws it down the heart of the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. The Astros, Andy Pettit and Brad Lidge shut out the Mets 2-0. Jason Lane and Morgan Ensberg with the RBIs. Lane on a homer. That one's right there again. Strike 2.
Hey, looking at him, I don't think he takes as high a kick, Mr. Rowenhorst, as Warren Spahn did, but he is at least sweeping that leg up, trying to hide the ball a little.
The 1-2 wind and the pitch. Swings and fouls it back. Self just missed hitting that one a long, long way. Whenever you see those baseballs fouled straight back by hitters, and I mean straight back like that one was, they are in the zone. And they just missed crushing one. 1-2. Rowenhorst. Pitch to the plate. Breaking ball. Bounce foul. First base side. Fielded there by Danny Clausen, one-handed. About 3,718,000 fans want Danny to throw that to him.
So he revels in the glory of the center of attention down there, didn't he?
Why not?
Sure.
Don't you like being the center of attention? I sure do.
No, I don't really.
I don't believe it. That one drops down and away. Ball 2. Show off.
Ah.
2 balls. 2 strikes. Outfield swung around toward left, 7 strides. Rowan Horse winds it up, the 2-2 pitch. Swinging, hammers it in the air to center field. Racing back. Back goes Prieto. He's got it at the warning track and makes the grab for the out. Boy, most nights with that southerly breeze blowing out of here, that ball sails into the bullpen. But not tonight. 2 outs now here in the 8th.
And not a breath of air. The big flags over in right center field on the poles are down. Way up on top of the scoreboard, there's a little bit of breeze, but there's not enough breeze tonight to make any difference.
Raul Chavez has a single and has scored a run in 2 times up with a walk. 2 outs now, 3-1 Round Rock here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. That's on the outside edge, just caught it, strike 1.
Guess who leads off for the 9th inning?
Oh, I'm sure it's Gourneau.
It's Gourneau.
Rowan Horse rocks back. Here's his 0-1. That hits in front of the plate about 3 feet and evens the count at 1-1.
But we don't have to hurry up and start the 9th inning anytime soon.
Put up another 2 or 3 runs, make it a little more interesting for these Stingers. The 1-1 wide. Rowan Horse pitch. Misses off the outside, ball 2.
The fans are getting into the kick now. And they're going, like a swinging gate out there.
Yes. Wonder who could have started that.
Well, I didn't.
2 balls, 1 strike. And that pitch is there at the knees. Counts at 2-2. They're giving him the old yeehaw, aren't they?
Good job, fans. Really good. Yeehaw. Now, you've seen those westerns in the western musicals. There's a lot of that kicking.
2-2. Breaking ball settles in, strike 3, and Shamo knew it. Nicely done on the part of Rowan Horst. That is his first strikeout, and it ends a 1-2-3-8. No runs, no hits, and none left. We go to the 9th, last chance for the Stingers. They trail 3-1 to Round Rock. Come on back to see how it ends on the Express Radio Network.
Get your best deal ever at Dodge Country Jeep Chrysler in Killeen with Employee Pricing Plus during July. You pay what Chrysler employees pay, plus get additional rebates on selected vehicles. Now's the time to buy that Dodge, Chrysler, or Jeep you've been wanting. Ram trucks, PT Cruisers, or Grand Cherokees, all with Chrysler employee discounts and huge rebates during July at Dodge Country Jeep Chrysler, your 5-star dealer at 1902 Central Texas Expressway, or online at DodgeCountry.com. Buy for less in Killeen. Not all models eligible for Employee Pricing Plus.
1530 ESPN Radio and Nelson Auto Group want to send you on a guy's flight out trip for 2, including hotel and airfare provided by Round Rock Travel, and 2 tickets to the Brickyard 400 at the world-famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Sunday, August 7th. Register now through August 2nd at Nelson Auto Group on 183 just before Duval. Plus, listen for details and your shot at registering on air. The winner will be announced August 2nd during the live Big Show broadcast on 1530 ESPN Radio at Nelson Auto Group. No purchase necessary.
Get your Wi-Fi at the Dell Diamond. Wayport and the Round Rock Express are teaming up to bring you the city's newest Wi-Fi hotspot, the Dell Diamond. For one low daily fee, you can access the internet, check email or game stats, and listen to the game online from the comfort of your seat or anywhere in the ballpark. All you need is a Wi-Fi enabled device. Launch your web browser and you're on your way. Try Wayport's high-speed net in over 7,000 locations nationwide. Hotels, airports, McDonald's, and Hearst. Visit www.wayport.net today or call 877-WAYPORT.
Travis Driscoll has pitched 2 shutout innings in relief of Roberto Aron. Travis is a pitcher of record on the winning side as we go to the 9th inning. But he will have his work cut out. Hitters 3, 4, and 5, Gourneau, Allen, and Mathis. And Round Rock leading by 2, 3-1. So we look out into the bullpen, and there is some stirring out there. Will Cunning, the Round Rock closer, just in case. And let's see if Gourneau will engage Chavez at all. No, sir. He's going to stand way off the plate to take a couple of warm-up swings. Of course, we can hear some muffled grumbling as Gourneau stands in.
Wasn't as concentrated as I thought it might be.
Gourneau, of course, thrown out at the plate by Todd Self in one of 2 defensive plays of the night by Self. That's a good breaking ball on the outside edge to Gourneau. Strike 1. Gourneau has an RBI double. Hit 3 times up. 3-10-0 Round Rock, 1-6 zip. Stingers. The 0-1 wide. Driscoll deals. Swung on and one hopped out toward short. Eckelman scoops it up, guns the throw to first and got him. One out in the ninth inning. Luke Allen hitless and 3 times up. Has grounded out twice and struck out swinging. 3-1 Round Rock, 1 gone. Ninth inning. Round Rock 2 outs away from winning its 3rd straight here in this homestand. Allen with that wide open left-handed stance. Driscoll deals. That one's right down the middle at the belt. Strike 1. Outfield straight away. The 0-1 wide and the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's that nasty split finger pitch. And the count to 0-2. Driscoll, who will celebrate his 34th birthday on Monday, is ready to roll. Wides are up. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him. Ball bobbled momentarily, but Chamo throws to first, and Allen struck out swinging. First Driscoll strikeout. 2 gone now. And that'll bring up Jeff Mathis, the catcher, who's hitless and 3 times up. Mathis, right-handed. Driscoll, right-handed. Round Rock 3, Salt Lake 1. Here's the first pitch. Swings and fouls it back to the screen. Strike 1. Boy, Mathis took a
swipe
real swipe at that one.
Yeah.
There had been some conjecture during the middle of the 21-year-old Mathis Double-A season last year. 0-1 pitch. That just misses outside. Count to 1-1. That perhaps he would not be able to hit well enough to catch every day in the major leagues. I think he's dispelled that notion. Here's the 1-1. That's foul straight back. Strike 2.
Well, he's hitting .284. That's pretty darn good. Of course, he's not in the major leagues.
Well, look at the power numbers, though. 14 and 51. That's good production for a catcher at any level.
21 doubles.
1 ball and 2 strikes. They come to their feet, cheering Driscoll home here. The wide and the pitch. Just off the outside. Count to 2-2. Oh. Here they come to their feet again. 2-2 wide. Driscoll deals. Swung on and fouled off. What a crowd on a Saturday night here. 11,193 paid. Greatest baseball fans in the country.
I think Chavez caught a bit of that. Well, the umpire, Ricos, went out and handed the ball to Driscoll. That usually gives the catcher time to recover. Nicked him a little bit, I think.
Couple of balls and strikes. The wide. Driscoll deals it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him. And Round Rock has won game 1. An outstanding pitcher's battle. 3-1. 3-10-0 Round Rock. 1-6-0 Stingers. The winning pitcher. And Driscoll goes to 7-4. The loser, Rowan Horst. His record falls to 3-3. It took us 2 hours and 30 minutes on the nose. We're back to talk about it on the Whataburger Postgame Show. This is the Express Radio Network.
Thank you for calling Disregard National Bank. For questions about fees on our allegedly free checking, press 1. To pay maintenance fees, press 2. To set up a fee payment schedule, press 3. To pay a late fee on fees past due, press 4. To speak with a customer service representative, press 5. Please note that a fee will be charged for pressing 5. To have fees automatically deducted from your account for making this phone call, press any key now or simply hang up.
At some banks, free checking is anything but. Fortunately, at Washington Mutual, our free checking really is free. With no hidden fees, no monthly fees, free live 24/7 phone bankers, plus you can add free online bill pay. It's a free checking account that's truly free. And another example of why Washington Mutual is the home of free.
Thank you for calling Disregard National Bank. We appreciate your money.
Washington Mutual. More human interest. FDIC insured.
Baseball is easy. All you have to do is hit a ball that's going 94 miles per hour, so you have to decide to swing in 0.2 seconds. Of course, the ball might just look like it's going 94. It could be a curve. It could make you look silly. Oh, and there are 2 strikes and 2 outs. Well, baseball can look easy when you know how.
The Home Depot is a proud sponsor of the Round Rock Express and of Knowing How. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
Welcome back to Round Rock Express Baseball, the Whataburger postgame show. Whataburger, just like you like it. Here's the voice of the Round Rock Express, Mike Capps.
Well, not much to argue about in a great ball game like this. Very well pitched by everyone who came into the ball game. 4 pitchers pitched, and all 4 were outstanding. But Jonathan Rowenhorst took the loss, giving up 2 runs to the Express in the 7th. Travis Driscoll pitching 3 shutout innings in relief of Roberto Aron, who surrendered only 1 run. Just a dandy pitcher's battle. This was a National League style game with a designated hitter, and we've talked about that in the ball game concerning the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the way they play it. And certainly this was the way this game played out tonight.
Yeah, they bunted, they hit and run. The only base hit off Driscoll was a bunt single by Prieto. And that's the way they were playing the game. And both sides were running hard. Really a fine ball game. We said last night was a dandy. This was even better.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Nobody left this ball game, none of the 11,100 plus left this ball game cheated at all. Round Rock wins it 3-1. Game recap brought to you by the New Era Cap Company. Fans wear the cap the pros wear. The cap the Express wears. New Era. 3-10-0. Round Rock left 8. 1-6-0. Salt Lake left 4. Driscoll wins it 7-4. Rowenhorst loses it 3-3. It took us an economical 2 hours 30 minutes in front of a paid crowd of 11,193. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We're back with the Johnny Carino star of the game. It's next as the Whataburger postgame show rolls along from the Dell Diamond on the Express Radio Network.
The next time you pick up a Bud Light, you'll be picking up something fresh. Because Bud Light has a brand new look, a new bottle design that's as smooth and refreshing as the beer inside. It's just one more reason why America's favorite beer is America's favorite beer. We're not saying other light beers have lame labels. We're just saying that we don't. Bud Light. What are you holding? Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, Houston, Texas.
You know, getting out Whataburgered can mean a lot of things, like getting out onioned, out pickled, or out jalapeñoed. It can even mean getting 1-upped on ketchup, 2-upped on all beef patties, or 3-upped on slices of cheese. But most of all, getting out Whataburgered means getting beat by a friend who ordered a great burger. And those are good friends to have because you can steal their ideas for next time.
What a burger!
Just like you like it.
Hello, Farmers Help Point.
We've had a fire in our home.
Help is on the way.
The moment you call, Farmers Help Point goes into action.
There's an entire Air Force headed right toward us.
Yes, sir.
Look, honey. People are parachuting down.
Yes, ma'am.
They're rebuilding the walls.
That's right, sir.
Farmers Help Point. Free with your policy. Only from your farmer's agent. Farmers, get you back where you belong.
In Round Rock, call Lewis Wright at 218-0030. Farmers Insurance.
Austin Regional Clinic is the proud sponsor of the Round Rock Express, and we're proud to be a part of the lives and health of thousands of people in this community. Did you know that Austin Regional Clinic has 13 locations throughout this area and offers online appointment requests, after hours, urgent care, and all-night phone nurses? We do. And all that, coupled with our acceptance of most insurance plans, adds up to a home run with people who call our doctors and nurses their own. It's all a part of the ARC Advantage. Find out more at our website, austinregionalclinic.com, or call us at ARC Info. Austin Regional Clinic, like the Express, is here in your hometown. It's your health, and it's your ARC.
Welcome back to the Whataburger postgame show. Mike Capps and Bill Mercer. We are comfortably ensconced here at the Dell Diamond. Round Rock with a 3-1 win in Game 1 of this 4-game series against the Salt Lake Stingers, the top team in the Pacific Northern Division of the Pacific Coast League. Star of the game, as always, a courtesy of Johnny Carino. Bold flavors from the Italian countryside. Try our Italian desserts, a taste sensation. Boy, we got a chance to dip into some Johnny Carino before the game tonight. Outstanding. Exit 254 off I-35 in Round Rock. You survey the way this ball game played itself out. and you know in the back of your mind and what you've read and heard and found out from scouts and other baseball people, this is a Salt Lake Stinger ball club that comes from behind with a vengeance. They play as good as anybody in the PCL in the late innings. And having said that, Travis Driscoll throws 3 shutout innings, a one-hitter at these guys, striking out 1 and notching his 7th win. And Travis Driscoll is your Johnny Carino star of the game.
And I would put the assistant star in Roberto Giron, who went the 6 innings, gave up just 1 run and only 5 hits. Didn't walk 1 and struck out 4. That was a solid part of that whole pitching situation tonight. Well, and then, of course, Driscoll is the star holding it the rest of the way.
Well, that's a great point about Giron, and to carry your point one step further, Giron could have benefited had Round Rock come through. They got 3 base hits in the 5th inning. So actually, if things worked themselves out the way they normally do, Giron could have left with the lead, but that didn't happen the way it worked out, and Driscoll benefiting from that 2-run 7th, and he comes away with his 7th win and the Johnny Carino star of the game. Bold flavors from the Italian countryside. That's Johnny Carino, exit 254 off I-35 in Round Rock. We're 2 minutes away from the Yellow Cab game story as we roll along the Dell Diamond. Round Rock winning 3-1 over Salt Lake on the Express Radio Network.
A baseball player's batting average is often a good indicator of their popularity. When it's high, people love you. When it's low, people boo you, call you unpleasant names, hurl hot dogs at you, choke themselves, or, well, you get the idea. And so does Allstate. That's why Allstate works hard to maintain a high average. Just ask the more than 1 million people who switched their auto insurance to Allstate last year. They saved an average of $338 a year. Now that's a high average worth cheering about. Big league insurance for peanuts. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Express fans, to get a team with big league experience, visit your Allstate agent, call 1-800-ALLSTATE, or click on allstate.com. Allstate, a proud sponsor of Round Rock Express Baseball.
Based on information reported by new Allstate customers, actual savings will vary. Insurance subject to availability and qualifications. Allstate County Mutual Insurance Company, Irving, Texas.
Capital City Sports Report. If it's sports in Austin, you'll read about it in the Capital City Sports Report. The Austin Wranglers season ended in May. The Austin Ice Bats don't start until October. So why are there so many pages in the upcoming issue of Capital City Sports Report dedicated to the 2 teams? 2 simple reasons. 2 simple words. Cheerleaders, swimsuits. That's right. This upcoming month's issue features a 12-page pictorial on members of the Lady Wranglers and Batgirls like you've never seen them before. The swimsuit pictorial is all part of the Water Sports Spectacular. Want to know where to fish? Where to dive? Or why wakeboarding is so popular? You'll find the answer to all these questions in the Capital City Sports Report. Also in this month's issue are several land-based stories, including a feature on Austin's elite minor league soccer team, as well as a story on women's roller derby, where fishnet stockings, high-speed collisions, and bloody noses are the name of the game. These chicks are bad. To find out where you can pick up your free copy of the Capital City Sports Report, go to ESPNAustin.com and click on the Capital City Sports Report link. If it's sports in Austin, you'll read about it in the Capital City Sports Report.
Yellow Cab game story brought to you by Yellow Cab, computer dispatch service in Austin, Round Rock, and Pflugerville. Call a cab at 512-452-9999. Reserve one online, yellowcabaustin.com. Never thought when we looked at this pitching matchup, the starting pitcher, Chris Hunter, the youngster just up from A-ball who went 6-7 with a pretty high ERA, almost 5, matched up against Roberto Giron, 4-1 with a 2.4 ERA. Giron, of course, a AAA veteran. Hunter making his baptismal at the AAA ranks. You never thought a pitcher's battle would have broken out, but that's what you get for thinking. If you think that baseball won't fool you, it will every single time. In the first inning, Giron struck out the side, giving up a double. No run scoring through 38 pitches through 2 innings, though, giving up a couple of base hits along the way. Just solid all along. Gave up a leadoff single to Cayaspo on an RBI double by Nick Gourneau, and that was the only run they scored. Round Rock put up its first run in the first on an RBI single by Luke Scott as Eckelman singled to open the ball game, the home half of the first, stole second, and scored on the Scott RBI single. Round Rock actually had the early lead. Express missing a big chance in the 5th. Got a runner to scoring position. Runners at first and second, and Coolbaugh fly to center field to end that inning. And then the Express took over in the 7th. They picked up 2 runs on a couple of base hits, a sacrifice fly, and a couple of walks thrown in, one with the bases loaded. Those were the 2 runs that were the difference against left-hander Jonathan Rowenhorst, who'd actually come on with 1 out in the 6th inning and gave up those runs in the 7th. Chris Hunter did a nice job, 5 1/3 innings, 1 earned run on a total of 8 base hits, didn't strike out a batter and walk 2 in his AAA baptismal, and I think they probably got to go with him again in a rotation spot next time because he acquitted himself quite nicely.
Oh, yeah, I think he did quite well, and he didn't overpower anybody, didn't strike out anyone, but he kept the ball in play, and they didn't hit any big shots off of him. Just a double was the most that Round Rock could get off of him in the 6th inning.
So that's the way it went. Round Rock wins 3-1 as Travis Driscoll comes on with 3 solid relief innings for the Express to notch his 7th win. Yellow Cab game story brought to you by Yellow Cab, computer dispatch service in Austin, Round Rock, and Pflugerville. You can call one the old-fashioned way, 512-452-9999. Reserve a cab online, yellowcabaustin.com. We'll take a timeout. We're back with the Allstate Good Ass defensive play of the game, and it is a dandy. Well, actually, there are 2 for Todd Self. We're going to show you the one that really made the difference in the ballgame. And we'll have our look at the RBI baseball scoreboard, the E-Train tomorrow, and we'll wrap up the Whataburger postgame show next on the Express Radio Network.
Everything in the Lone Star State is big. Now your Texas State Farm agents are offering Texas-sized auto insurance discounts up to 40%. Visit one of the 1,400 State Farm agents in Texas and let one of them tell you about auto insurance discounts. See a Good Neighbor State Farm agent today to see how switching to State Farm for Texas-sized auto insurance discounts up to 40% can lead to Texas-sized discounts for you.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is.
Discounts only apply to certain coverages.
Camper Clinic on I-35 in Buda is Central Texas's premier RV dealership. As your fifth wheel headquarters, we have the largest selection available, including Challenger, Laredo, Wildcat, and Flagstaff. And don't forget to ask about our free Hitch with Purchase plan. Also, we always have America's classic RV experience, the Airstream travel trailer in stock. Everyone knows that nothing compares to an Airstream, so you need to see our huge selection for yourself. We're in Buda on the east side of I-35. Take exit 220 or give us a call at 800-871-7848.
The more you know about RVs, Camper Clinic, the better we look.
Picture yourself at the Del Diamond cheering on the Express with a delicious hot dog in one hand served on a fresh Mrs. Baird's bun and an ice-cold soft drink on the other. Stop dreaming and start looking for Mrs. Baird's Grand Slam Deal coupon and specially marked Mrs. Baird's hot dog and hamburger bun packages. We're talking 4 admission tickets, 4 small soft drinks, and 4 regular hot dogs with a total savings of $13. Mrs. Baird's, Texas born, Texas bred, proud sponsor of the Round Rock Express. Look for details on the package.
She was so happy with it, it took her breath away.
That's Kirk Root of Kirk Root Designs in the Arboretum sharing a customer's response after first sight of a custom design ring.
It was her family inheritance. There were 2 diamond watches. They were nice, but she knew she'd never wear them. So she brought them in wanting a ring, but not knowing where to begin. We listened to what she wanted. Using our sapphire and her diamonds, together we created a ring that took her breath away.
Wouldn't she rather know it came from Kirk Root Designs in the Arboretum?
Welcome back to the Del Diamond. We're talking about the Allstate Good Hands defensive play of the game. For auto, home, life, and retirement fans, you're in good hands with Allstate. Looking over the charts, we saw some pretty good defense tonight in this ballgame, quite honestly. Todd Self was right smack in the middle of all of it, as far as I was concerned. Self actually made a great catch running onto the warning track and robbing Brian Gordon back in the 7th inning. But let's back up an inning. Let's go to the 6th. A leadoff single by Cayaspo, an RBI double by Gourneau. Gourneau is standing at third base with 1 out in the inning as Jeff Mathis comes to the plate. Swinging, lifted up in the air to center field. Tagging at third, Gourneau. Self comes racing in. Gourneau's going to try it on the self arm. Here comes the throw. Slide, bangs into Chavez. Chavez holds onto the ball, and Gourneau is out. And Gourneau is going to get a raspberry from the fans for banging into Chavez, who waved the ball in front of his fist. Gourneau, the showboat, gets thrown out at the plate, and that will end it. Well, I guess that's what happened.
I think that's what happened.
But it was...
He could have, because, as we said earlier, he could have slid or slud and might have made it home. But
I don't think there's any doubt he would have been much better off.
Catcher's up in the air, and but I guess he decided, I'll take the catcher out, he'll drop the ball, and I'll be safe. But,
and it always is a pretty cheap shot when you're going for a catcher who's up in the air like that.
Yeah.
But the comeuppance was that was a double play that ended that inning, and any further thought of scoring, as right after that, Gordon lining to right, a 1-2-3 inning, a single, a bunt single with one out in the eighth, and the double play ball ended, and that's all they had. That was it for the Stingers, and therefore that double play is started by Self, ended by Self's throw, and Shamo hanging on to that ball, banging into Gorno, who was retired, wasn't really happy about it, but he was out, so that's the way it goes sometimes in these here parks. And that was your All-State Good Hands defensive play of the game. For Auto, Home, Life, and Retirement fans, you're in good hands with Allstate. RBI Baseball Scoreboard brought to you by RBI Baseball. Top-of-the-line training by ex-professionals. Give your youngster the best training in all of Central Texas. And all it takes is a phone call to 512-989-6877. RBI Baseball. Astros do it again, 3 times in a row to the Mets, 2-0. As Morgan Esberg drives in a run, Jason Lane hits a solo homer, and Andy Pettit and Brad Lidge go 9 shutout innings, 8 for Pettit. Lidge notches save number 26. The Astros win against the Mets 2-0. Brewers 7-1 over the Giants. That's the final. Ben Sheets comes away with his 7th win against 7 losses. Jason Schmidt, who has been mentioned in every single trade possibility as the trading deadline nears, takes a loss at 7-6. Cardinals continue to win 9-4 over the Dodgers. Jess Suppan wins his 10th. Derek Lowe loses his 11th. David Eckstein gets a homer, drives in 3 in the winning effort for the Cardinals. That little pest is just all over the place. Diamondbacks edge the Cubs as Lance Cormier, remember from El Paso, the right-hander Cormier wins it 7-1. His record is 7-1, and Roberto Novoa, young man we saw with the I-Cubs, loses it, is 3-4 on the season. Come on, scoreboard. Regenerate yourself here. There we go. Indians lose to the Mariners 3-2. Athletics do it again. Barry Zito wins his 10th. Jay Watasek coming over from the Rockies, and Jay Payton also coming over from the Rockies. Payton drives in 5 of the 9 Athletics runs. Talk about a pickup by Billy Bean and the A's, Jay Payton. Angels lose ultimately to the Yankees. They had a lead over New York, couldn't hold it. 8-7 is the final there. And the Rangers, somehow, some way, by some act of a supreme being, hold on and win against the Blue Jays 3-2.
You a baseball fan?
I don't know, but it had to have been. Never mind. Never you mind. You're going to get me into trouble, and that's okay. I know. In the Pacific Coast League, games that matter Round Rock-wise, Colorado Springs, 2-1 over Albuquerque. They play a long way to go in that one. They're in Albuquerque in the second inning, 2-1 Colorado Springs. New Orleans leads Tucson 2-0. And no score out in Las Vegas as the Oklahoma Redhawks taking on the Las Vegas 51s. All of those games, at least the Colorado Springs-Albuquerque game, have a big role in Round Rock's fate in the PCL American Southern Division. Round Rock now 2.5 games back of Albuquerque with the win tonight. A-Train tomorrow, as always, a courtesy of the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Center. Fans, donate your used items and make a positive difference in people's lives. Salvation Army, as always, a wonderful organization. They'll pick those items up free of charge. All you have to do is call 512-416-0607 and shop the Salvation Army Family Store located on South Congress in Austin. Help win the battle over addiction and hopelessness. Well, tomorrow, as always, HEB Kids Day. We're on the air at 6:35 of the pregame show. Bill and myself, 7:05 first pitch. Fernando Nieve goes against Evan Thomas, a right-hander for the Stingers. We hope you'll tune us in.
We do hope that, and we shall look forward to another outstanding game. These have been 2 dandy games, 2 kind of different games, both exciting and right down to the wire.
No doubt about it. Special thanks to partner Bill Mercer, to engineer-producer Adam Kepler, twisting and tweaking the dials of the Mothership 1260 ESPN, to Barry Kemper, who's back with us once again, and charting our pitches as he does expertly so every evening he's here. And a special thanks to you for spending part of your Saturday evening with us. Once again, a happy final. Round Rock 3, Salt Lake 1. I'm Mike Katz. We'll see you tomorrow night at the Dell Diamond. And good night from Williamson County.
I never wanted a Coke so bad in my life like the time I threw a potluck party for the big football game. Immediately, everyone dives into Bob's famous chili. Basically, everyone looks for the Coke. I look for Dave. He was in charge of bringing Coke. No Dave. People are turning purple. And then I hear salvation. Poor Dave gets mauled. People return to their natural color. Veggie subs are the new food of choice. As for Dave, next time he's in charge of napkins.
Remember to stock up on lots of Coca-Cola and C2 for the big game, because one person's mild is another's super spicy.
Make Yellow Cab your designated driver. Call Yellow Cab at 452-9999 or order a taxi on the web at yellowcabaustin.com. A night out is more fun when you ride with Yellow Cab. Take the hassle out of going out. Ride with Yellow Cab. 452-9999. Or see Yellow Cab on the web at yellowcabaustin.com.
Introducing the greatest hits of Texas, a compilation of seatbelt excuses that made nobody famous and left thousands injured or dead. There's I'm only running around the corner for a loaf of bread.
Baby, yeah, I'm only running around the corner for a loaf of bread.
And I only buckle up on long trips.
My wife left me, my dog left me, and I only buckle up on long, long trips.
And everyone's favorite, I Forgot.
Yo, I forgot, yo, I forgot. That's what I did.
Plus, if you act now, you get 4 more hit excuses, including It's Too Uncomfortable, I'm Invincible, I'm a Perfect Driver, and of course, how can we leave out I'm Just a Passenger?
Grab your tambourine and shout, I'm just a passenger on this road.
Auto collisions are hits that nobody wants to listen to. Whether you're the driver or the passenger, remember to buckle up, Texas, every time. All the time. Save a life. Brought to you by the Texas Department of Transportation.
That's another Round Rock Express game in the books. Express Baseball. Brought to you by Dell, by Dodge. Grab life by the horns, Dodge. By Budweiser. By Home Depot. By Maxwell Auto Group. By Dr. Pepper. By the Austin American Statesman and Statesman.com. By Farmers Insurance. By Coca-Cola. And by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Round Rock Express. Tune in next time for more exciting baseball on ESPN Radio and the Round Rock Express Radio Network. Austin's exclusive home for the Cowboys, Texans, and now Monday Night Football. 1530 KZNX Creedmoor Austin and 1260 KWNX Taylor Austin. ESPN Radio.